Oh, so you guys know, like, I'm really smart, right? So yesterday I was doing like 18 things and just decided, oh, you know what? It's time to just like make some food, whatever. So I threw in a pizza. And then I took it out and was just thinking about some other stuff because I've had a lot of things going on with work and everything else. And realized I was trying to cut the pizza with a can opener. So there's that. Just so you
Oh,
know,
that's
that
great.
doesn't fucking work.
I'd imagine it does not.
I think he just didn't try hard enough.
Dude, I tried pretty hard until I realized what I was doing. Like, why is the fucking thing broken? Oh, yeah, that's why. But I'm a bit of a dumbass and a psychopath, so there's that.
Oh, that's hilarious. Jeff, you get a new feature called Echo Avatar, FYI, for your level 7.
Nice. That's the one where my avatar, I can just send him off long distances now and scout shit, right?
Yep, you can see through him. You can't hear. Well, your physical body is deafened and blinded, but you can see through his eyes and send him up to 1,000 feet away
Handy dandy.
for up to 10 minutes.
So now instead of him just like throwing rocks and blundering through, he can alert us to their presence like a mile away.
This is true. This is true. Okay, I think y'all are... Why is that not right?
Because it has your unstealthy stats, doesn't it?
Yep. Well, yeah, it would. Okay. All right, going back. All right, cool. So I'm going to read over this a little bit. Peter, we will just, whatever precarious situations we get into today, we'll just kind of... He'll be there, but he won't be there. But he'll be there. So essentially, y'all had a... I should have wrote more notes down. I didn't write shit. But you did have an epic battle with Mergaxor towards the end of last session. As you did, and oh yeah, I remember now. So you were talking and met Velomachus, the dragon owner, if you will, of this said college. Shenanigans happened. You tried to intimidate him. He tried to intimidate you back. You found out he is very old and somewhat sick, so he's not as strong as he used to be. You ended up... Amicus got mind controlled, or so it seemed. Ended up working for Mergaxor. Yeah, he is. You ended up seeing Mergaxor in an open field just in the middle of campus. Oddly enough, he just decided to come and attack you guys as if it was... Since you were all there. Some epic battles happened. Some weird eyeball-looking creatures were also there to attack you. At the very end, a miraculous, awesome, very cool teleportation spell from Vilgax ended up bringing him up 500 feet in the air and dropping him to his death. And Vilgax survived the fall as he was able to land with another teleport with the help of his patron. However, he is extremely spent at the moment, exhausted by all accounts. But he is alive and well. You guys were around kind of in a circle, just gathering your guys, talking to Amicus, asking him about what the hell is going on, what he needs to do next. At that,
Wasn't there a secret that one of the fucking eyeball bros was alluding to and told somebody?
There was a secret. The secret was Yoder is in search of something. I don't remember exactly what I said, but essentially it was Yoder is in search of something.
Yoder's a spy.
That and Grim did decide to hack off Mergaxor's head, splashing some goo all over everybody as he's in the middle, just because he wanted the head. At that point, Vilgax did decide, with the little bit, I'm pretty sure it was Vilgax, but the last little bit of strength that he had after being exhausted, like threw the body in anger after he, Grim decided to chop the head off. Once he threw the body as far as he could, which wasn't very far, but far enough, A precarious orb fell out of his pocket and landed in the middle of all of you. As the orb falls out and hits the ground, a satchel opens on the body of Mergaxor as well, and items fall out. But as you all look down and look at the orb, Grim and Yoder, and it would be for yeah. For Grim and for Yoder, and it would be also for Gora, but he is currently not here. Your surroundings start to dim. The light because it's middle of the day, but the light around you starts to dim. Vilgax, you can see right through, everything looks perfectly normal for you. But the orb starts to glow green as you all start to look at it.
Orbu, Orbu, Orbu.
And what y'all see is this orb glowing a darkish green. And all of a sudden, the head in your hand, Grim, starts to pixelize and start to fade into a smoke.
Uh-oh.
The Matrix.
Sounds curious.
And so
I think I don't want to grab the orb with my hand directly, and I was just gonna shove it in the head, but now I don't have a head anymore. Any ideas, guys?
And Vilgax, which you can start to see, and everybody with it's very dim, so the smoke is almost dissipating into the darkness. But Vilgax, you can see, and as you turn around and you're looking for the body that you had just dropped right behind you, that is also starting to pixelate and become smoke of sorts, traveling towards this orb.
Should we smash the orb?
We usually cause a lot of explosions whenever we just start going out on shit. And end up making large craters in the planet. So maybe not that right off.
Can I rip the satchel that's on his body? Or I guess his body's gone, so there's no more satchel, is there?
Satchel is on the ground.
All right, I'm gonna try to just get it back inside his satchel and hold it that way.
You grab
So
the
I guess
orb?
if it was safe enough for him to hold it in a satchel, it should be safe enough for me to hold it in a satchel, right?
So you grab the orb.
With the satchel. I don't want direct hand contact with that thing.
Yeah, use your orb condom.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I had this up and I closed it, so I need a second. All right. Boom. And where is she? Oh. So as you pick up the satchel, all of the contents fall out onto the ground, and as you go to pick up the orb with said satchel, I'm assuming you're kind of like, hands are inside, and you're trying to like get it inside the orb. Oh, come on. Oh, it's not here. What? I apologize, guys.
That's okay. Sometimes I'm better at things than other days.
Where did it go? All right, I guess I gotta go in the back door. All right.
There we go.
All right, so as you go to pick up this rolling green mist that is filling the air, as you can actually see, as you pick it up, the smoke that was his body is dissipating into the orb and getting sucked into the orb right before you pick it up. And as you go and you try to use the orb to pick it up, you put the orb in the satchel, and it is now in the satchel.
Does stuff just keep doing what it's doing, though?
And
is the smoke still coming towards the satchel?
The smoke has been now dissipated into the orb as you were going into it. The smoke went whoosh as you went to go pick it up, and it went sucked into the orb.
Somebody else want to carry this?
Let's give it to Gora.
Hey, you research things, don't you?
He certainly does. And
You want to research this? Seems interesting.
He can have the orb. So the satchel orb is given to Agora.
Yeah, because we don't know what Yoder's up to. Seems a little sus over there. Very
We're
quiet.
gonna put Peter in
Very
all the trouble
spy-like.
today while he's gone.
Peter, we don't know what happened, but your character, that's not here anymore.
He will be here in a little bit.
Okay.
So do what you need to.
So you got possessed by this weird orb thing. It was a whole deal.
All right. So the orb now is in the satchel. The satchel though itself is, you can kind of see the little green glow through it. Let's make sure.
Is Amicus still kicking?
Amicus is you did revivify him. You did. He is certainly seen better days, but is alive.
Excellent, excellent.
And you have various items spread on the ground that were in the satchel. You have the satchel around Gora's shoulder. Amicus is there breathing heavily, but just kind of watching you guys go through this, and that is where you're at.
I'm gonna search the bodies for loot.
All right. So all of the stuff on the ground. This is what you guys find. You have the orb you already grabbed. There is a weird-looking mask that he had on earlier. There is actually 5 about 8-inch long stones that fall out. He did have some gold on him, being that of like 100 gold pieces. There is a vial of a vial of liquid that also fell out on the ground and is still intact, as well as a second vial of a precarious liquid that is also on the ground.
All right, well, I'll grab the gold and the vials for sure and throw that stuff in.
We definitely need somebody to ID this stuff, and we got a smart person in our group who might be able to, don't we?
Yeah, but if anything, we should grab what we need, probably get the hell out of where this big battle is, because he's the lackey, and we're all really fucked up.
Yeah. I think you should put on his mask and try to take his form for now. And we should bring Amicus with and try to have the rest of the party hide.
So once Amicus looks over at you all and in a very labored voice thanks all of you for whatever the hell that was, and explains that I think we need to go talk to Velo, but I think the campus is safe now, and I need to go work with him and the rest of them to essentially put this college back together. And I thank all of you for your service, and you will be paid handsomely as soon as we get back into my office.
Well, Amicus, as you know, this was not the major threat. That one yet remains to be seen in the open.
This was not General Bad, this was Lieutenant Bad.
Fair.
But for now, for the day, I think we can take our rest.
I think we all need a rest. And Yoder.
Yes.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'm not sure it was the smartest idea to keep me alive, personally, but I really appreciate it.
Grimalberg just says, Who else is going to pay us for all this work we've been doing?
Is that all you guys are worth? You guys just want the money? This satisfaction of helping this entire campus wasn't good?
Oh, satisfaction doesn't fill my belly, sweetheart.
We have some items for you, I think, that for succeeding at taking out this Mergaxor. Yeah, I still don't like saying his name.
I think that we
Explain to me,
should grab it. Oh, go ahead.
I blacked out for a while, but I'm assuming, I mean, he's not here anymore, so I'm assuming he's dead, right?
Mergaxor?
Yes.
He turned into an orb.
Wait, where's the orb? He's still here?
We put it in a bag.
It is with us for safekeeping.
Okay.
We need to keep it with those strong of will, Amicus.
Fair. And so he looks over and he sees some of those vials you left on the ground. And he walks over to pick them up. And as soon as he picks them up, he looks at them and says, you sure you guys don't want these?
I wanted somebody to tell me what they were before I started grabbing things. Just precarious liquid vials? I don't know.
So this one, and he holds up, it's a darker. So potions, like a health potion is just essentially like a red, like a normal red. This one is more of like a fiery red. As when you can look deep into it, you can almost see like little fire. It's sparkling almost as like a fire. This one right here is called Alchemist's Doom.
Interesting. What does it do?
This can deal some fire damage if you do so choose and launch it at somebody.
I just throw it like a grenade then?
Yep. You do.
Hmm.
However, this is powerful, strong stuff. I would not suggest throwing it at anything highly flammable.
Oh boy.
At least not on my
Throw it at something highly flammable, okay.
At least not on my campus. And then he holds up another one. This one is a very dark green.
Hulk
And
juice.
he sits and stares at it for a good minute. And he keeps staring at it, and he's not really saying anything. A little bit of time passes, and he turns and says, and he says, this has been one of the things that he's been working on for years. He's trying to steal life force, if you will, from people. This is Mergaxor's elixir of life. And
it seems as though it needs a bit more perfecting, and I just motion to the ashes on the ground.
Amicus gives a chuckle and says, "You're not wrong." And game-wise, this will you gain advantage on death saving throws for 24 hours.
Right on.
So, do you guys want these? I can keep them. I'll take them for myself if you like.
I think we should probably have most of the looties.
So he goes and hands them to you, Vilgax. Let me make a note. I don't have these in your inventory yet because I didn't know who was going to grab them, but okay, you have both.
All right.
Well, all right, and then everybody give me a perception check really quick.
Sure thing.
And Yoder, give me a Yoder with advantage.
Perception check with advantage.
Yep. for you. Everybody else just give me a straight one.
All right, I didn't get my shit rolls out yet today, so we'll see what happens.
Solid. Perfect. Perfect.
Sweet.
Wow.
All right.
Oh,
You all, Vilgax, you are looking down at these vials, like trying to gather if they're really worth taking and you want them. Grim, you are overcome by the realization that your trophy of the head is gone, and you now are a little bit pissed.
I
Kind of
just look completely dejected with a frown.
yes, with your face like down. Yoder, you. 1 second.
What do my orc eyes see?
Indeed. I see nothing. I'm just like, these vials look shiny. That's cool.
Yes, you guys are all looking at. You're looking at the shiny vials. Grim, your head is in the ground a little bit, upset that you lost your trophy that you so desired. And Yoder, you see Amicus still standing over what was left there. And Amicus explains that. Let me see actually if I can get it past you. I cannot. All right. And he.
Are you rolling for Gorkbull then?
Yep. And he missed it as well. All right. And then he turns to all of you and says, I would like to throw you all a party. Before you.
I'm always down for a party.
I feel like things have been up and down. And you've certainly shown yourself worthy of anything that we can give you. So I'd like to throw you a party at our tavern on campus tonight. All of the faculty will be there. Should be there, hopefully.
You better be shelling out for the good pizza this time.
This is every fucking corporate boss. You guys did great. Pizza party?
Don't worry, the best pizza for all of you. And
2 free drink tickets.
and I think I have a few items for you guys as well that I can give over. But we got to go back to campus.
Vilgax will just nod in agreement and say, yes, I think perhaps it is time for a little refreshment after we get straightened out from this dreaded area in this encounter.
Yes, I highly agree. Vilgax, give me a... God, what is the one? Give me... I want you to give me a roll to... Like an intuition roll, but I don't know what... Just give me an insight. Nope, not insight. Give me... What's the one I'm trying to think of? I'm failing today. Give me an Arcana check, actually.
Alrighty. See if we can do better than a 3. Not by much. God.
You get the sense that what was here doesn't seem to be here any longer. That force that you had seen previously that was surrounding this campus as it doesn't seem to be here anymore. By your recollection.
This house is clean.
A fucking 1.
Dude, my rolls are pretty good. A 5 and a 1 so far.
And at that, you guys will all. He basically takes you to the what like the hospital, if you will, like the. I don't know what they call that on campus, armory or something like that. Whatever.
Infirmary.
It is. Infirmary. That's the word. So you guys can rest up a bit before the party starts. That your time is yours. He does take you there, but you don't necessarily have to stay there or go there if you want to. What would you like to do? You have probably about an hour or two on campus before Amicus is going to throw you all apart.
Well, let's see. An hour on campus or 2 hours.
So you guys could.
I
Well, sorry, scratch that. My bad. What I want to do is you guys have. Yeah, you guys have about an hour or two on campus before the party starts. We'll go with that.
I think I want to mention at this point that throwing a party right now at this moment would probably reveal to the enemy that his minion failed and that we're celebrating, and it might open us up to another attack.
As
If we
Amicus-
were to let the guy think his minion won, and our shapeshifty bro wears his mask and looks like him, we could have the advantage in a fight.
Yeah, we can't fight shit right now. I literally have nothing at all. This was the whole thought process for going back.
True. We are weak as fuck, but do we know that the minion would go directly back to his master to report, or do we want to
No, because
leave questions in his mind?
they haven't been side by side. We've only ever seen them together once.
Yeah,
Or
I got the impression that it was more of a they were working together, but not as much like that he was in charge of him.
Well, like, my view is he was like the frontline soldier, and then the other guy's the general, just calling the shots in the back, sending out messengers and shit.
But a party would confirm to that guy that this guy failed in his mission here today and is dead.
Cool, maybe he'll be scared. We've been trying to find this guy, like, for a long
He thinks
time.
we're dead. It's going to be a lot easier to find him, isn't it? Because he might come to visit his buddy, or at least who he thinks is his buddy.
Or
Because
he
he
might
still think Amicus is under or under his buddy's control, and if you look like his buddy,
to what, just wander
set
around in the
himself
swamp
up.
and hope he shows up. Like, I'm not sure how you're getting that we're gonna see him here.
Seems like he's probably going to eventually come to the campus, because why would this guy come here if not to take over? Because he like already took over the mind of the campus head.
Yeah, but then by that same logic, Mergax would never be on campus unless he was assaulting the campus. He's not just gonna be strolling around campus, be like, "What's up, Amicus mind-controlled owl boy?"
If nobody else is here and he thinks we're dead, he might.
No, you're talking about me pretending to be Morgaxor. Morgaxor would never just be walking around on campus.
If he was in control of the campus and nobody else knew he was the bad guy, why would it matter to him?
Okay, but your whole objection to having the party is we don't want him to come to campus, and now you're saying let's bring him to campus.
No, I'm saying that it'll reveal that we know, and like he may come in more force, and a party would put other people in danger as well.
Yoder,
It's about the deception of him thinking we're dead and his guy is in control of campus.
Yeah, Yoder gets the sense that that whatever they were working on, Mergaxer was the one that was more interested in attacking the campus, and I feel like he was just trying to get him, like it was a mutually beneficial thing. And now that Mergaxer is dead, I don't think I forget his name, the other guy,
Romex.
yeah, Romex. I don't think he's going to be threatening the campus anytime soon. especially since the guy who controls all of the other summoned things is now dead, so he doesn't have like an army or anything to attack it with.
And Vilgax would think as well that if what you're proposing is correct, then clearly they've had some sort of contact or messenger. If you were to suddenly take over campus, there would clearly be a relay of information back to the boss of that. Not just the boss would happen to show up on campus and see his guy there taking over.
Who's to say this guy is very reliable at reporting his actions to his friend?
Well, then we're back to the same purpose where he would show up in force because he thought he was getting double crossed.
I suppose that's one possibility, but he wouldn't think he was getting double crossed necessarily. He would just want to know what he's doing.
I don't know.
Meanwhile, as you guys are in the infirmary, just talking as you're sitting there, the nurses are kind of tending to a couple other random staff members that came in for various reasons, in and out. But you guys are laying kind of in your own beds, like off in the corner. You guys are getting somewhat special treatment for what you need. But as you guys are talking, there's other nurses just kind of walking around doing other things. Just wanted to set the scene for you. Sorry.
I think there's a time when there's going to be a bigger fight coming up, and we should have all the support that we can get. So in this way, having a meeting of all the staff of the most powerful mages on the island, I think would be very beneficial. And before that, we should go pay our friend a visit, the Tinkerer, and try to smooth things over with him, if we can. Because having the army of automatons with us could be very useful.
Before you, as you guys are still talking, a young elven nurse does come over and does set a aura of vitality up for you guys in your corner, and says you guys are looking a little rough, so she would like to, help you heal a little bit. So let me do that for you.
Grimmelberg asked for a sponge bath.
A sponge.
Tell me, I'll let you do this. Tell me what you say to her when you want to get a sponge bath.
Well, Grimmelberg just starts taking off his armor and says, "Oh, I'm pretty dirty from that fight too. I think I could use a sponge bath to get cleaned up. Can you help me out?"
Give me a persuasion check. Give me a persuasion check. Give me a persuasion check.
So, all right, I'm a -2. So
Just for fun.
Sounds about
That fits the character very well.
8.
You were close. She looks at you and says, "The showers are in the back corner. If you'd like to go shower, you can certainly go do that." But as she pops up this aura of vitality, essentially what you guys see is this form of a golden sphere with a gold aura around it, with some light shining. And what happens is then the aura of it comes down and kind of showers over you.
We're getting a golden shower from the nurse right now.
You certainly are.
God damn it.
And
roll for enjoyment.
You say you're not into that?
I don't think Vilgax is down.
I need a lot. Actually, we're going to do it on here because... So 1, 2, 3... How many of it? There's 1, 2... There's 4 of you there, right?
Of course, with us, yeah.
Yep. All right, now I got to do some math because this is a lot. Why is my calculator? There it is. So, however you guys see fit, you have 65 hit points to divvy out.
I only need 6 to be full.
I
So you
only
guys
need
have
5 to be full.
Cool. So you guys
I know
might all be.
Gora was kind of low.
Gora is. I think he needs 30. Let me double check.
I'm at 20.
I think that'll bring everybody back up to full, won't it?
I think it will.
Okay.
So y'all can get your HP back to full. Yeah, Gora needed like 20. So you guys are all back to full from this aura of vitality from this
Sweet.
beautiful young elven nurse that helps you out and asks if there's anything else that you would like right now
Best elf golden shower I've ever had.
on purpose.
Since Grimmelberg's already naked now, he just goes and takes a shower.
All right, you can go take a shower and clean up. Oh, just kidding. He needed. Wait, how many did everybody need? 6, 5 plus Nathan. You needed what? 20.
Yeah.
That's 31.
So
That leaves 34.
4 plus 8. He was almost dead. Yeah, he's back up to a good amount though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did he not get fully healed?
He did not.
Oh, I can heal less then. How far off of full is he?
He's still quite a bit, so we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
He's healthier now. He's more sturdy.
Vilgax is just gonna turn towards Yoder and like the bed, across the room. Go, so this one just never likes to keep clothes on, hey?
Some people just feel the call of the wild more strongly than others.
Grimmelberg just asked, "How the hell do you shower?"
Shower? I just changed my skin.
Grimmelberg just shakes his head and keeps showering.
It's totally accurate with my character.
While everyone's getting cleaned up, I try to sneak away, but because I have disadvantage on stealth, I completely fail.
Oh,
What
so
music
you guys.
is intense now?
So Grim, you go to the showers. You are in the showers. Vilgax, you are kind of just resting, if you will. Just you did take actually with the vitality. Also, yeah. So you're trying to rest a little bit, trying to get rid of this exhaustion. Depending on what you end up doing. Yoder, you notice that Vilgax is kind of turned over. So as you get up, you try to like slowly sneak away behind the nurses, but you accidentally kick one of the cots, making some noise. Also with your armor, your mace falls on the ground and makes a big thud. And you turn back and look at Vilgax. And Vilgax, you definitely hear this. Making a commotion.
So I'd turn towards the noise, like half on guard, ready to, see Romex around the corner or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then just see Yoder standing there, be like, oh shit, that kind of face. It's like, oh, we woke up the kids, oh no. And let's go. Yoder, you have somewhere you need to be.
I was just gonna step out for some fresh air. It's kind of stuffy in here.
Grim's just like, "Why were you trying to sneak?"
I didn't want to disturb you guys.
Hey.
So
Like-
I'm just gonna, yeah.
I know we already healed, but as far as like abilities and stuff, is this going to count as like a short rest or?
This would be a short rest, yes.
Does that get rid of my exhaustion?
With
Or a level of it?
I will let it get rid of a level of it, yes. You can go down to one level of exhaustion for now.
All right.
You also should have those 2 vials. I did add them. You might have to refresh for that to pop up. Did you give yourself the 100 gold yet or no?
Yes, I did.
Okay, perfect. Just want to do a couple of housekeeping things quick. And And that is where you are currently. You are taking a short rest in the infirmary. Yoda, are you doing anything? Grimmelberg's still singing in the shower, obnoxiously loud.
Yeah, Yoder is going to leave the infirmary and go to Amicus's office to talk to him,
Ooh, okay.
or see if he's there and see if I can have a conversation
So
with him.
Yoder does walk out of the infirmary. The nurse does just check on you just before you go, kind of gives you one of those little temperature checks and just kind of puts her hand on you just to see if you're okay. By all accounts, you are mostly fine. And obviously, you know some of these nurses, they know who you are. So you explain to them that you're just heading over to Amicus's office and you'll be right back. And they do let you out.
All right.
All right. The rest of you are currently resting. Yoder, you are at Amicus's office, right outside his door.
Is the door open? I guess
The
I knock.
door is not open, but you certainly knock, and then as you knock, it does open.
Okay. Is Amicus in his office?
Amicus is sitting in his chair,
Okay.
and on his desk, kind of like looking down. He kind of has like the screen up in front of him, if you will, like a DM screen, if you will. He's kind of deep down in there, doing something on his desk.
Amicus playing chess, we're playing checkers.
Yeah, I walk in and I say, Amicus, I just wanted to talk to you about something that I noticed earlier.
He at first doesn't even hear you or see you, but because it's a very big room,
Yeah.
but he does see as you approach, and he can hear you approach, and he looks up, and he's, Yoder, weren't you supposed to be in the infirmary? Are you doing better?
Yeah, we're feeling good. The nurses took very good care of us. There was something that I noticed. You picked up some stones earlier. One of them in particular looked interesting. Do you still have them?
There's a prediction right now on whether or not Yoder kills the owl.
The owl is still pretty fucked up, I bet. He didn't stay in the infirmary to get fixed up.
Did not. As he kind of like looks up and at you and you can change your health on there as well. Didn't do that yet, but he kind of like looks down and looks up at you and then looks down and yeah, I was surprised none of you wanted these, but if you weren't going to take them, then
I was just kind of interested in what your particular interest in them might have been, or what even are they?
well, these, and as you hear them like pick up, and they kind of like as you pick up like a handful of rocks, like they kind of touch, like hit each other in his hand, and he kind of holds them up and says, "Well, these 4 are ritual stones.
Oh.
These are, which I'm surprised. These have been what the other thing Mergaxor has been working on supposedly for 200 years. This between this and his orb that you have, I don't know much about it, but between that and these orb, these are this was his power. These 4 ritual stones and his orbs were a lot of his life sucking powers, and they're very powerful stones.
It's the one stone that you said particularly caught my eye. Is that among the stones that he's holding up, or
it is not?
Okay, I guess that's interesting. I think there was another one that I noticed you pick up, but it looked a little bit different from these ritual stones.
So like these ritual stones are kind of like blue, like a dark blue green type of aura, and then he picks up this one, and it's a really shiny, almost angelic gold like bright stone, and he says, "Are you talking about this one?"
Yes. What is that?
I don't know, which is why I grabbed it.
Does it look familiar to me at all, or does it just kind of strike my attention?
It strikes your attention almost past just like being interested in it.
Okay. Like, do I feel like I want it? Do you think?
And you feel like you do want it.
Okay. Well, if you don't know what it is, and I don't know what it is, we should probably look into it.
I was in the middle of trying to identify it when you did come in. Yeah, do you want to help me identify it?
I would love to.
Okay, so you walk down, and the original, what he was trying, and he says, I was trying to identify this, but my original, I couldn't identify it.
Did you
But
try
maybe-
tasting it?
Maybe if we both try to identify it, we can figure out what exactly it is.
Yeah.
So, which I don't know if you actually have the identify spell.
I do.
Okay, so you have a slot for it?
Yeah, I have a free slot to use.
So go ahead and do that. We're going to use.
Identify.
You are casting Identify, and Amicus is also casting Identify.
Yep.
You can go ahead and describe it if you'd like.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess the material cost is kind of an expensive one. Does he have a spare pearl lying around?
He does. He does have a few pearls in his drawer.
So I'm gonna guess he knows how to use it too. So he hands me a pearl, and then he plucks one of his own feathers out of his wings and hands it to me. And then I used them. I guess I crush it up and touch the gem with him and cast Identify on it.
Awesome. And I think that takes, 10 minutes? Or is it 1 minute?
1 minute casting.
1 minute. All right, so
Are you
1
guys
minute.
holding hands?
We're both holding the crystal, so in a way.
As this happens and you're identifying it, you are getting almost an otherworldly pushback on your side a little bit. You can't quite see it and figure out what it is and identify it. However, you do gather that this is a very important stone, crystal, and now that you've identified it to the point that you have currently, you now want it even more.
Okay. Let's see. Does Amicus? Can I? I'm wondering if Amicus would be willing to let me take it, or if I should be a little bit more tricky about it. Does Amicus seem like he wants to keep this stone?
So as you do that, and you kind of you get that sense that he almost gives it a little like tug back towards him, and you actually end up letting it go. So then he's got it, and he explains to you that that didn't work. I
felt something pushing back against us as we tried to figure out what it was.
All I felt was the same thing I said before. Like I have no idea what this is.
Yeah. Whatever it is, it seems to be really powerful or really important to someone. Amicus, would you mind if I take this back to my study and see what I can find about it, or if anything, or anything similar?
Are you deciding not to go along with? Are you staying here? Are you going to keep adventuring after this whole thing is done? I mean, certainly. You're my best researcher that I had. So, and he hands it out to you.
Nerd.
I take it. I say thank you, Amicus. It's just something about this is really intriguing, and I want to get to the bottom of it.
Don't you be putting your dick in it.
In your notes, go ahead and write down that you have a angelic gold crystal.
Okay, angelic.
For some reason in my mind, I forgot it was gold, and in my mind, I started picturing it as green. I don't know why. Probably because of the orb earlier.
Probably the orb.
Let's see.
You are taking the best shower of your life, Grim. Like the water is so clean. You haven't showered in weeks, anyway. And you come out feeling like $1,000,000.
Awesome.
I mean, we have been running around the swamp multiple times and burned half of it to the fucking ground, so we were in a giant forest fire.
Yeah, covered in mud and smoke and blood and whatever that fucking undead gunk was.
Mud blood.
Hey, we don't raise Slytherins in this house. All right. So I guess it's time to get dressed and go to a party.
Vilgax, is there anything else you'd like to do while you're resting, or anything at all?
I want to try and stop by. Crap, what's his name's place?
Chet?
Yeah, Chetney's.
Okay.
See if he's
So-
there.
You get up while Grim is tidying up himself and pampering himself in the shower room. You get up and the nurses do check you one last time. You know what? For you, Grim, yeah. Because you don't shower very often, and you were so sad about losing the head, and but this shower has kind of given you this like new aura on life, if you will, cleaning yourself up. I'll give it to you. I like that. That's fun. Vilgax, you get checked up by the nurses. They kind of check you up and down again, just like they did Yoder before you left. And the same nurse that gave you the aura of vitality does look at you and are you sure you want to leave? You still look a little exhausted. I mean, it's totally up to you. I can't keep you here. It's a suggestion.
Well, what we have to do in the future is determined by what we do in the present. And right now, the best course of action that I see doesn't involve lying here taking up space in your lovely infirmary.
And you're still the female form, correct?
Yeah, the female pirate.
Okay. Yeah. And she looks at you and okay. And she kind of like checks you out, and you're able to go off.
What kind
on
of
your own.
checking out of the infirmary, or checks her out?
Maybe a little bit of both. Definitely a little bit of both. As you walk out the door, you walk towards the direction of the towards Chet's black or whatever I called it before, his black
shop
or whatever, his shop. Yoder, are you leaving the
Uh,
office?
Yeah, but I think I'm going back to my office.
Okay, so you go back to your office. Vilgax, you go down to the shop of Chet's shop, and doors are closed, windows are closed. There is no noise coming from the house. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna, under my breath and in my head, think, that's curious. There's always some sort of hammering or anvil or work going here. So I'm going to, instead of just immediately pounding on the front door, I want to try and circle around and see if I can like see in a window or a crack in the wall or anything.
Yeah, there is a couple windows towards the left side and you look in, and what you can see in there is it kind of like looks through a little hallway, kind of like up towards the front, and there doesn't seem to be any movement inside.
All right. Well, that being the case, then I'll just, knock on the door and just, lightly call out, Chetney, are you well?
And as you go to knock on the door and yell, the door kind of like swings open as if it was unlocked. And as you walk through the front door, you remember there being robot parts and tools and kind of stuff up in the front. And it is now empty up front.
Is there signs that like it was hurriedly? I want to look for signs if it was like hurriedly packed up, or if somebody just came in and like trashed the place and stole everything.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
All right. Nat 20.
Crit.
Love that. So you can see a lot of the displays that had tools on them, a lot of the displays that had kind of robot parts on them and whatnot. As far as the front door goes, they all look to be in place. It's just the stuff is gone. As you walk towards the back, where that enclosed shop that he had, where you guys didn't actually get to go into, everything else also just kind of looks gone. It almost looks as if everything was just packed up and taken with. It looks like just an abandoned, empty shop at this point.
I'll just walk through each of the rooms to see if it's the same in every room.
And it is the same in every room. It is a very empty shop. The only things that, like, there's a couple hammers, like old hammers sitting around. There's a couple old like saws, just like older tools that were like kind of like sitting out on a bench. But everything else that you remember, all the parts, all the nice tools, all of the basically everything that Chet was using just seems to be gone.
Interesting. I think at that, I would probably just assume maybe he packed up and left, and then I would try and go to the library where his lady interest used to be working or is working.
Yes, Tyra.
See if she's there.
So you walk to the scriptoria, and oh shoot, don't want to do that. And I'll set it up for you. So as you walk into the scriptoria, again, there's not a whole lot. All the students are gone, as you know, so there isn't a lot of foot traffic going. But there's the grounds crew is still there. They're trying to put stuff back together. Rushing over to like the battleground, like where you guys fought. They're trying to like fix up the campus and make it look nice. You walk to the scriptoria, and the front door, I mean, it looks the exact same as it was before. Would you like to enter?
Yes, I would.
All right, the door is unlocked, and as you walk through the front door, it kind of gives the little ding that it did before as you walk in. And what you see are the archivists still putting things away, checking on things, taking stuff off. But you can hear what kind of sounds like crying.
So I'm going to carefully move back towards the sound that I hear, if I can tell where it's coming from.
It sounds like it is coming from like the very back of the scriptoria. The archivists really don't pay you much mind as they're busy doing their job. And as you walk towards the back, it is getting a little louder, and you can start hearing a little more crying. And as you turn the corner, actually what she's going to be, she's sitting here on the couch as you round the corner there, and her hands are in her face, and she is crying.
Miss Tyra, are you well?
Oh, I was really hoping that No, I'm not okay.
I'm gonna have a seat in this chair then.
Gives sniffles, and she kind of like clears her throat and I thought I locked the front door. What can I do? What can I help for you? Do you need what?
These are dangerous times. With no students on campus, it might be wise to keep the doors locked from here on out.
Yeah, I'm a little distracted. I thought I could have sworn that I locked it, but I guess I didn't.
Is something the matter? What's going
Oh,
on?
you can tell that I was crying.
Half of the campus is abandoned. The other half is getting ready for the so-called party. And yet here you are, alone, distraught. One of these does not fit with everything else.
Chet's gone.
Yes, I paid a visit to the shop. It was almost completely empty.
I thought I was still at least going to be able to see him, but he was essentially gone in a flash.
Did you speak with him?
I did. After he came by to see me after y'all got back from the swamp. And he said he didn't have a job here anymore.
Oh yeah, we threw him under the bus, didn't we?
Well, somebody did.
This is a team effort, guys.
And I know he set the swamp on fire, I guess, but I didn't think they were going to fire him.
Well, Miss
Didn't think
Tyra,
anybody would care about a swamp.
as we tried to explain to Amicus, which was rather unreasonable, was that Chet did not, in fact, burn down the entirety of the swamp. Fire was started, but it was deemed to be let to continue burn to weed out a lot of the negative aspects of the swamp.
And see, that's what he told me. He said it wasn't his fault, but Amicus wasn't even the one that necessarily fired him, he told me. He wasn't mad at Amicus. Because he came to see me after the whole thing, and they were going to discuss if they were going to be fired, but then Amicus disappeared, and then he had to go have a meeting with somebody who I assumed was Amicus, but I didn't see it when I was sitting outside the door when it came out. I couldn't see who was inside, but he said he was fired, and then he left.
And before I say anything else, I'm just gonna, kind of casually just look around the library and just see if I notice any more types of magical energy or teleportation energy, or if the one big concentration that was in this corner has dissipated.
Sure, give me an investigation with advantage, because it's the magic that you know and are very in tune to right now.
14.
14. From you kind of do you're where you can look into like the ethereal plane and whatnot, and by what you're looking for is not there.
Okay. I'm just more or less checking in character to see if, hey, has she been compromised and anything happened to Chet? Is my way of thinking.
Yeah, as far as with the 14, as far as you can tell, the magic you were looking for isn't there. The whole concentration that was there before is gone. And all
Okay.
things seem to be in order from what you can tell.
So, do you know where Chet might have gone?
I don't, sadly. I was going over there earlier to hopefully talk him out and maybe go talk to somebody to keep him here, but I went over there a little bit ago too, and he was gone. And
Well, he will surely be missed around here. He was quite the helpful, capable individual.
maybe after the party, I'm assuming Amicus has a way to get a hold of him, but
But what are your plans, Miss Tyra? Seems library's well in order.
well, I am gonna go to this party tonight. That they're throwing for you. We all got the notification for that earlier. Maybe that's what I need. I just need something to take my mind off of Chet. This whole bizarre Last few days here, which is weird. Like I don't necessarily get out of this library much. So a lot of the things I hear secondhand, but I've heard it's been a very weird time on campus.
There are a lot of changes happening, both in the forefront and behind the scenes, and I can't clue you into all of it. But know that our best intentions are to maintain the school and the people here.
Okay, well, I'm guessing I need to go kind of clean up a little bit. Party is, oh, shoot. It's in like 45 minutes. Well, I guess I need to stop crying. If Chet really loves me, then he'll be back someday. Yeah.
I'm sure he will once he finds his way. Your heart always leads you home. Well, that's what somebody told me once.
Thank you. I'm sorry. What was your name again, Miss?
Hadar.
Thank you, Hadar. I'm gonna go in the back. I'm gonna get freshened up, and I'll meet you at the party.
Well, we will see you there lately. I will take my leave, and then I'll get up to walk on out of there. Doot, doot, doot,
Do. All right, Grim. What are you doing in the infirmary still?
Well, Grim is wondering, is dirty armor really what I want to wear to a party? He's really vain, I guess. I don't know.
You do know who made him.
So he asked one of the nurses, is there like somewhere I can quickly get some clothes that aren't like dirty armor?
So yes, they do actually, ironically enough, have a like little shop set up in the infirmary with like some cool clothes.
Please give
What-
him a tour shirt that says, I went to campus.
So there's a few selections for you. There is some fancier robes, if you will. There is a T-shirt that does say that I went to Strixhaven State.
All I got was this stupid T-shirt.
So there are some slacks in there. What are you looking for?
I'm tempted to go with the T-shirt, but I should go with the robes.
Okay, so she takes down the robe and kind of like holds out her hand, and as she's like giving this to you,
I'm buying the T-shirt too for later, though. I'm just gonna wear the robes now.
so she does like keep her hand out and was like, "Are you gonna pay for those?"
Yeah. How much is it?
Oh, well, really, you're just tipping me.
Okay. Well, then here's 10 gold.
So you hand her 10 gold, and she like looks at the stack of gold for like a good 30 seconds, and then puts it in her pocket and says, "Thank you, sir."
I'm seeing you at the party.
Yeah, I'll be there. So then you put on these robes. They're like you can put in. I don't actually have. There's nothing special about them. They're just like nice, fancier looking like robes, if you will. But you do have a set of nice campus robes in purple.
What's the school colors?
School colors are so each school has like their own, but the main color is purple and gold.
MSU
But
colors. Oddly enough here.
But every one of the other schools kind of has their own thing, but the main color is purple and gold.
Right on. Are you wearing purple, Grim?
That's what it looks like. And of course, I'm not going to abandon my sword. I'm actually going to have that like strapped up to where it's kind of hidden in the cloak with the handle in the hood.
Just tie it around your leg like those assassin daggers.
It's kind of too big for that.
So at that, and Goraquil at this point is basically like the orb is on, like he was in another bed, like next, like he's still there with you, Grim. And like the orb is like still in the bag, like sitting on this cot that he's sitting on, and he's like got his book out, just like frantically writing notes down and like not speaking to like anybody at all. Oddly enough, and he keeps like wanting to touch the bag and like put his hand inside, but then he doesn't. This orb is stressing him out a lot. Vilgac or Yoder, you're in your office now. Is there anything you want to do before the party?
I probably have some robes or something in a closet somewhere in there, just so I can quick change for whatever I need to do.
Yes.
So I'll probably do that.
Okay, yours are going. You being the researcher side, not necessarily the campus like professors or anything. So yours are like black and white.
Okay.
With a little bit of like a. It's not necessarily gold. It's like a. Here, I can show you a color of it, just to give you a. The main researchers and everything are the like this color on top. It's like a darkish. So you have white, black, and kind of a gold accent, if you will. Kind of like what this guy's wearing, although there's a little more white to it.
Is that the Lorehold School?
So this is, yeah, so that'd be the Lorehold School.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Which, the only difference between you and like professors is like the professors have more of like a practical, like what this guy's wearing, all black, so that they can get up and move and stuff, or yours more robes, which more researchy, if you will.
Sure, that makes sense.
I guess we never asked what kind of party this was going to be. If it was like formal or what. So we're just going to wing it.
Yeah. So with that, Grim, you are now dressed. Yoder, you are now dressed. Vilgax, as you walk out of the scriptoria. Again, campus is fairly dead. You'd expect to see maybe some more professors or something out and about, but you don't. You just see the grounds crew doing their thing. What are you doing at this point? We've got about half an hour or so before the party is supposed to start.
Well, at this point, I think I've done everything I wanted to do for running around campus. So I'd probably just try and track down the rest of the group here again, get everybody back together.
All right. You go back to the infirmary and you see Grim there, kind of like oddly, like Grim doesn't, he's cleaned up. He is hair slicked back. If you have any hair, I don't remember you're a Dragonborn. He in his robes, these purple robes, and he is looking like you hardly recognize him at this point. Peter!
Gora!
Woo!
Just like Gora, leave all the hard work and just show up for the fancy party.
No idea.
Which is perfect timing, actually, for this. So, Gora, you are... I'll get to you in 1 second. Vilgax, you walk through the door, you see Grim looking fancier than hell. Gora is still sitting on his cot that he was sitting on, like looking at this orb inside this satchel, frantically like writing notes down. He's pondering it, if you will. Honestly, he's not even like, I mean, he's normally dressed very well anyway, so he's there. You walk through the door. I'm assuming you want to do something.
Are Goraquil's robes still covered in black goo?
They are. He forgot all about the black goo that Grim did splash on him from there, and the nurses accidentally did miss it. So there is some like black glue still on his on the bottom of his robes.
Yeah, blame Grim for us not getting sponge baths. It was really his fault.
Grimmelberg walks up all fully cleaned and in his brand new fancy robe, and he's just like, "Why didn't you get cleaned up, Goraquil?" The party's about to start.
So at that, I'm gonna take I'm gonna take a 5-minute. I gotta talk to Peter for like a minute, so y'all can get a drink or whatever you need, and I'm gonna talk to Peter for like a minute, and we're gonna start the party.
Okay.
Guys, all see that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that just like a custom item card that you have to make in Beyond or in Roll20?
It is part of the Beyond 20, so I can port it from D&D Beyond to Roll20.
Oh, like an extension?
Yep.
Okay.
As well as this one.
That's the one I have in my pocket, right?
And
Just don't run into anything. Have it go off in your pocket.
Yeah. Don't give me ideas.
I wonder if that elixir of life is really as good as it seems. Or if there's some zombie magic stuff going on with it.
Yeah, so those are the two things that he explained to you what those were that are in your pocket, Vilgax. You do have 100
So
extra
when this
gold, got
says
that.
7 2d6 fire damage, is that
7's the
7?
average. That's how I list like everything in D&D.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if you don't want to roll for it, I mean, it's more or less for the DM to
Okay.
really use, but they give you the average of what the roll would be too.
Because it's 2d6, just like in craps, 7 is the most likely to come off.
Crap.
So the midpoint rounded up.
Depends how weighted the dice are.
We're assuming they're unweighted dice.
Damn, I never realized how expensive spatial weapons is.
Yeah.
That seems like it should be tuned down, honestly. Like it's 4 just to activate it and then 2 for an extra D6.
Yeah, that
Yikes.
is a bit.
You know how much shit I can do with 6 teleport points? A lot more than that.
True, yeah. So you'd expend 4, and then that gives you the force damage. Okay, so you'd get. Well, that's kind of worded. I never realized.
Yeah,
that.
the way I read that, it just changes it to force damage, and then to actually do anything, you have to spend more points.
So I think what it would do is you turns your original into force damage. So whatever. So let's say it was 1d8 plus 6, whatever. So then it would turn to force damage instead of like piercing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could spend an extra 2 to get an extra d6 on top of it, on top of whatever your original roll would be.
Right. That's what I mean, though. It's 6 for that for every attack.
Yeah, so you would do like. You could do your 1d8 plus 2 would be your force. So it just basically turns your, say you have piercing, it turns it to force, but then you have to spend your extra points to get extra damage. I think that's the idea behind it, but yeah, it's a little spendy.
Because how much does it cost to teleport for you?
It depends on which one. I got a whole bunch of different ones. It's not just the spell is teleport. There's like minor step, then short warp, then misty step, then blink, then thunder step, then see where I'm going with this.
Basically, everything he does is points instead of slots. It's
like
similar to a sorcerer, but
yeah, I have a few like invocations and stuff, and a couple like at will things, but otherwise it's mostly teleport points, and I have like 2 actual spell slots.
But he's very tough to hit. And other things. Okay, cool. We are here. We are in the infirmary. You all are dressed. Mostly, Grimm's looking dressed to the nines. Vilgax is in his normal attire. Yoder, you are at your office in your robes. Gorquill still has a little bit of black goo on his robe unless he gets rid of it. Looking a little disheveled still a little bit, but he's looking better since he's got to rest. Vilgax still looks a little tired. but better than he did before. And with that, the nurses kind of are keeping you guys up to date on what time it is, as there's no real clocks in the infirmary. And it is time to head to the tavern. And it is called the Fancy Jester.
Nice.
Tucked kind of behind, actually behind like Lorehold College, if you will, like off to the side. Mostly like you have to walk through a gate also, and it says for staff only behind this gate. And as you guys walk there, so I didn't have time to make 1,000 different tokens, so there's probably a good 50 to like 100 people inside this tavern. Most of them don't all look like they do on the tokens, but they are like professors in robes. Gorquil, you clean yourself, acknowledging that. You look better. You look great, like you always do. Still feeling a little weary about this orb in your satchel that you're carrying around now on your hip.
Just in case it blew up, we decided to give that to you.
You wanted it anyway, let's be honest. And
How else is he going to ponder an orb if
so
he doesn't
you
have
guys
an orb?
walk to the... Perfect. I love that. So we are at a gigantic, massive, huge bar. It's filled with about 50 to 100 guests. Yoder, you recognize a lot of them. I made a mistake. A lot of the campus faculty are there. You do see Villamachus is actually here. He is kind of off in the corner by himself, next to one of a beautiful younger lady with pink hair. You all are not there yet. Apologies. You see, you all are at the front door. Amicus is standing on the stage. As you guys walk in, you
I just
see
put myself next to
everyone's
the
just
pretty
kind of
lady with
bustling,
pink
chatting,
hair.
drinking beers. Why did I not? Amicus is kind of on stage, talking to the band in the back.
Oh, good. I thought he was stripping.
And it's kind of loud. It's bustling in here. With that, Amicus does kind of step down, and they step onto the stage and start playing a nice medley of music. And as you guys walk through the door, everybody kind of like immediately like looks over at you. And that's when they start playing the music as you guys walk in, and everybody's giving a huge round of applause for you, cheering for you as you guys walk through.
I walk in totally immodestly and start bowing
into the tavern, and this is where you are.
So before we walked in the door, by the way, just a little housekeeping thing for Vilgax.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna snap my fingers and go into this gorgeous flowing golden gown with like gold filigree inlay. Like think like Beauty and the Beast kind of dress, right? Like floor length, like ball gown kind of thing.
All right.
And just like have my hair all like done up and be like, yeah, I'm ready for this shit.
And when you guys walk in, you do notice like everybody is basically dressed to the nines in the campus robes, and it's definitely a VIP party, if you will. And as they all clap for you, Amicus walks over, as Grim walks like right past him doing his own thing. I'll get to that in 1 second, Gorquil, as you guys walk through the door. Gorquil, you kind of like stand behind everybody to do that. Amicus walks over, and starts to speak as I... Perfect. So you walk into a... I don't want you there right now. You are here. Okay, so you are there. Amicus starts to talk up to all of you guys. Gorquil, with your Arcana check, 17 is pretty good. You can gather from this orb is very powerful. It is pretty dark. it definitely obviously came from Regaxor, and you're getting like this, like you can kind of see when you look into it, dark green. Yep, a dark green. And what you can gather is, and as you stare at it, and for like a minute, they're all talking to Amicus right now, and you hear inside your head a voice, and says, "I think you'll be my new companion."
That's what you get for pondering an orb.
And
I hate it.
Guys, for you guys, Amicus walks over and says, "Oh, I'm glad you guys are here. This is your party. This is for you guys. We will make a special announcement here with all of you in a little bit. We do have a few presents for you for helping save the campus. Everybody here has been notified that you guys are the reason our campus is saved. You took out our enemy in Mergaxor. Velomachus, I'm sure, is going to want to speak to you guys a little later. But for now, drink, be merry, have fun. If you need me, I will be around. If you need anything." The owner of this establishment is the pretty pink-haired lady in the back. What did I name her? Rizwin. Rizwin Lumi is her name. If you need anything, she's knows that you guys are the VIPs tonight, so feel free to eat, drink, be merry, and we'll have our announcement, and we'll continue to party tonight.
So it's an open bar.
Oh, forgot to mention, we have a reward for you. Your tab is open at the front, so just say it's on your tab and the VIP tab, and we'll go from there. And he walks away, starts to turn around and walk away.
Yoder's like, cool. Then he walks up to the bar.
Grimmelberg is going to take full advantage of this.
And Vilgax is just going to say, right before everybody splits off here, and just go, "Well, it seems we've earned a bit of rest and a night off, perhaps."
Cheers.
So as you guys walk up to the bar, there is a nice menu for you. Yoder, you've been here before. You know what they have. But we have... Let me see if I can actually do this.
Scrambled steak eggs.
It's a lot of things.
It is. And then for drinks... And then there are 2 specialty drinks. One of these I accidentally caught doubled, so it'll be on there twice. Lots of whiskey in this bar. Specialty drink number 1. And specialty drink number 2.
Brumosa.
Is it Brumosa like a mimosa, but instead of champagne, it's beer?
Nice.
So Grim is gonna have the
And
buffalo meat
for
and
now,
wheat
the party
noodle.
is yours. Gorquill, you are still in the corner, right, with this orb?
Gorquill's just going to be sitting in the corner all night.
I'm thinking, Yoder.
Yoder's going to order. Actually, I don't know what. He's probably going to get 2 Brumosas.
All right. So so the young lady bartender. So the 2 bartenders that you see is a large-chested, aged bartender right here, and then you have a looks to be human. And
Well
then you have
endowed, Jeff. Well endowed.
well endowed.
Or
And then you have a
buxom.
larger, very eccentric other male bartender with long dreads, dressed in all bright colors. For him right here, and they walk up to you guys and ask what you would like to order. She looks at you, Yoder, and you want 2 brumosas, and she does say that that'll be 8 copper pieces.
Put it on our tab. Tonight's our night.
Oh, you guys are the. Oh, they should have given you the pendants. Did Amicus not give you the pendants?
Nope.
Grimmelberg just points out how many other Dragonborn are on the island.
Oh.
Jesus.
Well, I'll get a hold of him and he'll get you those. So then she goes down and gets you 2 brumosas and puts them in front of you. And actually, so what you see in front of you is 2 pints of golden orange colored liquid. Yeah.
Nice. I'll take them to the table Gorkul is sitting at and say, "Here, celebrate with us. Have a drink." I hand him one of them.
Awesome.
Well,
He hands
Grim
you one of the
knows that as much as he
brumosas.
plans to drink, he needs to get some food in his stomach. So he's going to start off with buffalo meat and leek noodles, a scotch, and let's go with that Mulligan's Deep Stout.
All right. So they hand you one of the deep stouts, and then she takes the order over to the chefs over in the corner, and they're preparing your food for you. It takes about 10 minutes or so, and your food does come out fresh and hot.
Grim looks very excited.
Sorry, what did you all get for food again? Grim?
So the food was the buffalo meat and leek noodles, and then I had a scotch to start, as well as a Mulligan's Deep Stout.
Noodles, scotch, stout. Perfect.
Because it's time for a Boilermaker.
Oh boy.
All right, what's everybody else doing? What y'all getting?
Well, Vilgax is gonna get one of the beetle and beet skewers.
Okay.
With a scotch on the rocks.
You got it.
And just a glass of pickle juice.
Pickle juice.
Lean into that pirate life that I'm projecting.
Perfect. You get all of those things, and the food does take about 10 minutes or so, but it comes out at about the same time that Grimm's does. All right, you guys got your food, your drinks, Yoder, Goraquill, you guys got your brumosas. Have you taken a drink yet, either of you two?
No.
I have.
All right, go ahead and, are you full health already still?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
because
still
you're
have
about
some
to be poisoned.
Yeah, because so you do feel like your muscles are still a little sore from the battle, but you do feel like with a drink of this brumosa, you start to feel a little loose, a little better. Canonically, you would get 3 HP. For you, you can go 3 temporary HP since you are full.
Sure.
While he's taking a sip of his drink, after he had sat down and told me to drink up and celebrate, I'm gonna finally look up from the orb and look at him dead ass and go, I think this orb, I have a feeling about it.
Do you
A
love
feeling.
it? Is that the feeling?
I just want to know if I'm right. Could you try to identify it?
Ponder it.
Like the identify. Like you want me to like magically identify it, or just take a look at it?
Both?
Okay.
By the way, you can give yourself like a handful of pearls that you took from
Oh yeah, I probably.
Amicus.
probably-
He would have given you some more material for that.
Yeah, I probably know how to pluck a feather or two when he's not looking, as well.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I can. Sure, let me see it.
And I'll just like open the bag to you, and right before I like fully expose the orb, like in there, I'm just gonna say I recommend probably not touching it.
Is there okay? The identify spell requires touch.
It does.
Well, can I first make an Arcana check on it and just like
Certainly.
see what I can tell if it's dangerous to touch it? That would be.
I still don't see it in my inventory, but I'm assuming that it's fine. But if it was my character, or if I was Gora, I think I know what this is,
Uh-huh.
and I know I'm wrong. Like outside of that, I know it's wrong, but yeah.
Oh, my bad. I can fix that. Oh yeah, what's everybody's new? I can change. I forgot to change everybody's max health because I forgot to look. Anyway, so your Arcana check with 23. That is a fantastic Arcana check. As you look at it, you kind of look deep into that misty green that's kind of moving around inside, and you can gather again, kind of that this. This orb came from Mergaxor. This was a Mergaxor's orb.
Mergax orb.
Yep. Orbu. Orbu.
What you gather is that you can tell that this was once used for very foul magical experiments. Perfect, thank you. You get the sense that the smoke that Mergaxor turned into was his soul, if you will, and it is infused into this orb.
Okay.
And with the 23, you almost intently like start moving towards the orb as you look deeper and deeper into it. Grim, you do that. Which vodka, tequila, scotch? What do you got? Whiskey?
More scotch.
More scotch.
As I watch him get closer, I'm gonna close the bag quickly and pull it back, and just gonna look at him and go, "So?"
He shakes his head.
It's like, so you still pondering that orb I put in your bag?
Yes, Grim.
And then he says, "Hey, yeah, we probably shouldn't touch that thing."
Even I was smart enough for that one.
Some piece of Mergaxor found its way into it, so he's still in there. Not dangerous.
With Yoda, with a 23, you gather that that essence, if you will, the smoke that he turned into, definitely did go into the orb.
Yeah.
But Mergaxor is dead.
Right.
And from what you can gather, and like what you're putting the pieces together as you were like staring into it, like Mergaxor is dead, but it's a soul, if you will.
Yeah. It's like his it's like what do you call it?
Horcrux.
Phylactery. Does it look a lot like the piece I have in my sword hilt?
And Goraquil, you do have it, right? Like you closed the kind of the top of it. Give me a dexterity saving throw really quick. I want to see what happens here.
Got your finger.
24.
Perfect. So you're able to, when you closed it and kind of pulled it away, you definitely shut all of it down and kind of moved it away from him, and you're good there. Yeah.
Did I like notice anything?
No. You're able to like close the bag well enough around it and to like pull it away. It was kind of frantic, so that's but you're good. You're able
No,
to close
I'm
it.
sus about this whole situation, and knowing what I know that Gora knows, I'm gonna take one of the shots. The shots are here, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
shots
Yes,
here.
a tray of scotch. One for
It's
everyone at the
scotch.
table.
Oh, fuck that. Never mind. Um,
Can you just
I'm gonna.
prestidigitate it into like whatever booze you want? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Yep. We got all sorts of booze here.
I
Scotch,
thought it was
whiskey, vodka,
tequila. It's
Scotch,
not.
whiskey, tequila.
Disgusting.
There wasn't. I didn't put everything on the menu, but it's here. Like a lot of.
You'd think it'd be mostly tequila because it's an island nation, but we're moving on.
And I forgot on the
I
menu
didn't
there is.
see it on the
tequila.
menu.
This is
That's why I got
right.
scotch. Oh,
Shots.
My ethnicity is Latin, if that counts.
Oh, it definitely does.
I'm a Latin dragonborn. Anyway, I'm gonna down the mimosa or the manmosa or whatever the fuck it's called.
So you start to feel a lot better, and you can gain 3 HP.
Good for me. And I'm gonna stand up where I'm currently sitting, holding that closer to me, and I'm gonna look at Yoda and go, "How much do you know about dragons?"
Not much. Really,
you
not
don't-
anything at all.
How much do you know about the stories of or the fairy tales of dragons?
I guess the orcs don't really have. I would think orcs don't really have any fairy tales of dragons, but I have heard students over talking about the stories their parents used to tell them as kids about knights slaying dragons to save princesses and whatnot.
I've never had as much information as I do now, and I didn't even know dragons existed. And there's a story that one of my friends used to tell me. And if this is what I think it is, we need to destroy it yesterday.
I see.
And then I'm gonna look around for skits.
For who?
my kitty Skittles.
Oh yeah, he is. As you didn't notice, he's underneath your table, at your feet.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna send him to find Washi Tong because I need to talk to him.
Oh, perfect. He kind of flies to the back and disappears out the back door. Currently out looking, hasn't come back yet.
I'm gonna be chilling at the bar as these guys are all doing this, surveying the room, see who I can see, and especially paying attention to Velo over here.
Yeah, so Velo is talking to the owner right now.
Who the fuck is Velo?
Villamachus.
He's the broken ass fucking old dragon.
Oh, do I know that? Please tell me I don't.
I think you were there when we met him.
He met
I
us
was
all with
distracted.
Amicus.
I don't remember. I can't remember. I'm gonna do a history check. That's a 2.
So distracted by this orb.
I don't think I was there. And it doesn't matter because I'm gonna tell you right now, I probably don't remember it because that's a 5, 6, 7. That's a 7.
Okay, yeah. For whatever reason, they point out Villamachus to you. They tell you who he was, and you're just like, no.
No, that's not. That's
And
not a thing that happened.
Yeah, you kind of shoo them off. Vilgax, you're still at the bar with this bartender, right?
Yep.
All right, so the party is going. The music is bumping. Grim, you're schmoozing at Velo's table. So you walk over, and Velo, the old man, is talking to the beautiful young lass.
You're gonna get dragon breathed again.
And she looks over as you come walking over, and hi, what can I do for you, dragon?
you could do me the honor of a dance. Or wait, was that Velo or
Did
the
you
lady
need
saying
something?
that? That's a good question. I didn't hear which one you said.
You just gonna walk over here and stare at me? I can get whatever you need. You're muted.
Okay, so this is.
I hear him.
Oh, I can't hear a word he's saying.
I can.
Oh,
Technical
you can't-
difficulties. Maybe it's
you
for the
couldn't
best.
hear me. I couldn't hear you. That's a problem. I was wondering. So this is. Oh, I guess he's gone. I guess I'll refresh mine too.
I was gonna say I was
which-
hearing everybody.
I could not hear a word that he was saying.
That's probably for the best.
Do you want to try that again, lass?
Last. But anyway, Grim pretty much just, bullshitting, comes up and asks her if she wants to dance. I mean, I know she's just like the dragon guy's assistant, isn't she? And just supposed to be helping us. But I'm
She's
just
the
like,
owner
yeah,
of the bar.
I'm flattered. No.
Shut down.
But maybe later. I got some business to attend to right now. But is there anything else? I really did. Amicus not give you guys your pins? Like,
Not give us what?
You guys are supposed to have your identifying pins. Your pendants.
We
with
got
your
no
names on them,
pins.
the whole thing. Yeah.
They mentioned that at the bar too, but no, nobody gave us any ID.
Oh, let me go to find him. And she kind of like, excuse me, Velo.
And Vagina X, that's me in character, just FYI.
Oh no, I can't move anything. That's weird.
Really?
Oh, there we go.
Grim, disappointed that he didn't get a dance, just goes back and has another shot. This time, let's see, what's he gonna have? This time, he'll go with just whiskey, and he'll try out a Fizzy Wigs Apple Fizz.
All right. You get both of those in front of you, and then the female bartender's like, "Do you want me to spike this for you?"
Spike it with what?
Well, we have all sorts of things we can spike it with. I'm assuming you're I know a whiskey. I could just put some whiskey in here. Get apple whiskey.
That sounds amazing.
So she spikes it with a couple shots of whiskey for you. It's going to be epically strong, but really, really tasty.
Yes.
With that, you guys are at the bar drinking your drinks. Gorquill, you're up there too. Is Satchel still on your side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna, you'll just see me like walking over to Yoder after that comment, Vilgax, and I'm gonna say, unfortunately, that's just not what I need right now. So, thanks anyway.
Wait, who did you say that to? Vilgax. Okay.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yoder tries to order a drink that he can't remember the name for, but he knows he had it when he was a kid. Probably shouldn't have.
Shirley Temple.
He insists that the bartender should know how to make it because it's so common over in the Orklands.
She kind of looks at you and goes,
Wait, what the fuck do you want?
"I got you." She's just, "I got you, honey." And she kind of goes back and starts mixing up this weird ass concoction of shit. It looks like from what you're like, "Oh, this looks good. That sounds right. That seems right." You can't remember. And she hands you this drink of sorts. It's kind of like a dark brownish concoction.
Yoder takes a sip and he says, "No, that's not it." And he leaves it at the bar and then goes to watch the
Jeez.
or whatever. Apparently, Yoder has very bad bar manners.
Hey, just like when you go to a real bar, you're just like, oh yeah, hey, make me a redheaded slut. They're like, what? Or they're just like, yeah, I know it, and you're just thinking like, what the fuck is this? That's not it.
With that, out comes through the back. You see Gorquil. You kind of like feel and kind of hear like I hear a meow, and Skittles comes walking through the back door with Amicus and Lumi, or Rizwin, if you will, either one.
Who?
Rizwin, the owner. Through the back, Skittles comes skittering up to you wherever you went. Over here. And with that, Amicus says, "Can I have your attention, everyone?" And the band stops playing. And they step off the back of the stage. Amicus steps up and speaks to all four of you. Can we please have our party VIPs up to the stage?
Before I go up there, I'm gonna look at the guy that I just told was possibly a dragon and go, you and me need to have a conversation after this. And then I'm just not even gonna wait for a response as I do.
And Vilgax is gonna walk up, and at this point, she just put the glass down, but she's got just the bottle.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Amicus explains, everybody, I need a round of applause for our fantastic party here that saved the college tonight. Because of these fantastic four,
God damn
we
it.
will get to stay open. And,
Really, DM?
and
Do we even have a name yet? No.
you don't. And after he says that, he kind of looks at you guys like, you guys don't have a name, right?
Motley Crue sounds a lot closer.
I like the
Wasn't our other
fantastic
group
core idea.
Motley Rune Bears though? So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
What's
Yeah,
that?
that's already been taken.
Yeah, we're gonna go with your thing. Good idea.
These fan four right in front of me with this cat are the reason we get to stay here and get to enrich the minds of more students for years to come.
and Grimmelberg just says, "Yes, this is the Grimmelberg party. That's what we'll be known as." And he's just a total jackass.
And Vilgax is gonna come up with like the bottle, put like one arm around Grim's neck. Like it looks playful, but I'm like pulling his fucking head away from the microphone.
and Amicus, yep, go ahead.
And just grab the bottle in my other hand. Say, we want to thank all of you for doing your parts for the island. And without you, we won't even be here. But just
And let's cheers to the Slytherin who caused all of this mess. And that's me interrupting.
And
I
you
just needed to
interrupt
make
that
sure I said that.
and yelled that, and like the faculty go, and then one of them out the back, Amicus, what is this bullshit? And Amicus
Grimmelberg tries to interrupt everybody's outrage with "to the Grimmelberg party," and tries to get everybody to drink by chugging down his drink.
And then Amicus chimes in and says, actually, Gorko, give me a DC. What is it?
If you're down to clown DM, I'm down to die. So
Why can't I?
We're not talking about real life right now.
it's both.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, Gorquil. And Amicus explains, hey, hold on, everybody. Hey, we're here.
We're
college,
queer.
The college is going to be fine. We're going to rebuild it now. We're out of the water for now with because of these fan four taking out the one problem that we had. I just wanted everyone to see who they are. They are VIPs of the campus. And then everybody,
That's
once you got
that's a soft 20 DM.
soft 20, you feel this. Something is trying to speak to you inside your head, but it dissipates quickly.
Are you rolling for drunken pee your pants?
Thank you. So there's that. And then everybody kind of like cheers, and after they announce y'all as VIPs, and they all are saying like a collective like thank you. And then we do have some gifts for this fan for here, for helping us. So he kind of like pulls out this chest, and inside it there are you all get to choose something that you want that they have. It's kind of like it's like this a raggedy old chest almost. It has like lost and found like tried to etch out of it.
Nice.
But
Love it.
but he said, "Oh, I couldn't find my good chest, so I just brought this along. It was empty anyway." So
Does he have to roll for deception on that, or?
Can I make an insight check on that?
You can make an inside check on that.
Alright. What? Didn't do it. Or wait, I'm just not at the bottom. There we go. I got an 8.
Yeah, you he seems to be speaking the truth about that for you, Grim. You believe him.
That's a 15.
15 with a 15.
I'm rolling high today.
You
It's
are.
either really low or really high.
Like you get the sense, like you see like this one little like sweat drop kind of, and you get the sense that he like trying like mostly believable, but there's definitely something weird about the lost and found box. Like it just seems odd to you. But he does open it, and there are 8 items inside.
You gonna list them, or?
I am right. Meow.
Gotta blindly stick your hand in and see what you grab.
So we have. There's 8 items. The last one actually is a set of.
The Googles? The Googles is in the box?
The whole Googles?
The whole Google.
It's like, fuck you guys, you're not getting anything now.
Now you get nothing. Now, the goddess of night.
What do these items do, Owl?
So, hold on. I was gonna tell you all.
This is the grand reveal. You gotta have patience.
Yeah, like we have like zero. I have 0 patience. I am very hungover.
We're gonna have some fanfare, like some game show. And here's your prize.
I didn't know dog sitting was so invested in booze.
Me and Remy drank till like 2. I had like 21 Captain Cokes by the end of the night.
Damn. So there's a set, like the 8th item there, the primer. It's like a set of books. So they all have different. He's explaining to you kind of like what these all are for. So there's a book for each college. They each have different abilities. So like this one is like history and religion. A couple of the other ones are, I'm not gonna list. I won't have to list them all for
boring.
you. But the Prismari, it would be like acrobatics and performance. The Quadrix primer is arcana and nature. The Silver Quill is intimidation and persuasion, and the Witherbloom would be nature and survival. So those are all of those. You guys all do. I'll give you that in a minute. All right. The Everbright Lantern is a lantern that emits light.
I bet it's bright.
It's the Everlight.
For that, it's the Everlight. We do have, there's a cool looking pen in there. Oh, come on.
When all of the work that we've done turns out into a bunch of useless petty items.
Oh, Jesus.
A scribe's pen. There is a drift globe in there as well. Oh my god, I can't spell. See that you have a drift globe. If I could
Where's my-
spell.
The last little paragraph of the scribe's pen, so it's a temporary tattoo gun.
Yeah. We have a drift globe. Another pen. Another pen.
So where we're going next is gonna be really fucking dark, apparently.
We have the finder's goggles. We have the goggles of night. And that's all of them.
Okay.
So it's lots of light and see at night. Yes, I think John's right.
These are the items that you see inside this chest that's like scribbled out, lost and found, that he's presenting to you.
What is
Grimmelberg
the
says,
mark
"Can
of
I just have
scribe?
those rocks you picked up off the ground?"
You didn't see that.
Oh, I missed that.
You missed that.
But I remember dumping them out of the bag when I was grabbing the bag to put the orb in it.
We're also in the middle of this giant party on stage right now. Do you want to sit here and like haggle with them?
He kind of like looks at you when you say like rocks, and he's like, "Would you like anything in here, guys?"
I don't have the mark of scribing, so I don't want the pen.
Is the mark a
I know that
spell or
much.
what?
It's isn't it like a magical tattoo?
It is. And when you say that, you don't have that. This guy from the back goes, "Well, I'm a tattoo artist."
A magical one?
Yoda picked up the emerald pen.
Let's see here.
I pick up the scribe's pen because that just sounds like fun for me.
Cool. And then the guy
I'll
like screams
take
at him
the
to say
finder's
magical.
goggles. Nobody else wants that.
Oh, what? So you can be invisible and see also?
Well, the
I don't
extra
know what
D4
that is.
added to checks, then aura sensing and like locate creature. That's exactly up my like assassin trying to fucking find somebody thing.
How many things have you assassinated?
Oh, now's not the time for this such discussion.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I don't know that you guys know I'm an actual assassin yet.
Oh, gotcha. So that wasn't in character. Moving on.
I think I'll take the ever bright lantern if nobody else wants it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Grim
but
has
like-
the lantern. Gora has the scribe's pen. Yoder's got the emerald pen, and Vilgax has the finder's goggles. So as you guys grab those out, if you want, I can add them in too. Otherwise, you can as well.
I got mine in already.
Yeah, I put mine in.
Right, I can put yours in, Grim, in a second. I can't fucking spell, Jesus. All right. So with that closes like this raggedy chest. And I forgot to give you guys your Strixhaven's pendant.
Oh, you forgot to do something. Wow. Forgot to protect the school.
Shut up.
No.
Where is it? So it's a magical pendant. Bears the symbol of the Strixhaven, all the colleges. While you wear this pendant, it glimmers and glitters and sheds light up to 10 feet radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet as well. So you all have one of these inscribed with your names on them, as well as the college name and everything. So you all can add one of those to your inventory as well. And then he said, and then we'll give you guys your monetary reward at the end of the night. Everybody, another round of applause for the Fantastic Four here. They're the reason we all get to keep our jobs. And everybody claps and gives a big hoot and holler. And then the guy in the back that gave you, he's like, "Let me know when you want that tattoo."
Nice.
And the
He
band,
never really did answer. I'm gonna look over at Bill Gags and be like, he never really did tell me if he was magical or not.
And so take a big swig. Yeah. But where's the fun in that? And then I'll show you like some ink on my arm.
and so Amicus
I walk
they're
up.
out.
My Strixhaven pendant is a Slytherin one. I'm just like, yeah, this was my favorite school here.
Ah, Grim. I didn't know you were a cheerleader as well as a dragonborn. Clap you on the back real hard.
And with that, Amicus walks off the stage. The band starts walking back up to play. She has walked over to here now. Amicus kind of steps off the back, standing by the back door. The music starts to play again. Everybody's chattering and hollering and having fun and
I have a.
drinking.
I'm
And
gonna
you all are
talk to
kind of
the
standing in the
tattoo
middle.
artist person. I want to talk to the tattoo guy.
All right. So he was in the back corner of the bar.
Yeah, like what's the tattoo situation?
You're gonna lose a kidney.
I'm fine about it. At this point, I'm becoming very slewer slider.
So he explains. He's like, I can get you a tattoo. I'm a tattoo artist.
You should get a tattoo of your cat.
If lost,
Right.
please call.
I was gonna say, I kind of want one. What kind of tattoos you got?
Well, I can do all sorts of tattoos.
Do all of them.
Don't think you have enough money for that.
Are any of your tattoos magical?
Did we
Oh,
get
I
any
mean-
money from saving the school, or did we just get like a fancy pen?
He said we're gonna get the monetary reward later, like 2 minutes ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
All right. Their vaults are like empty at this point. Like Mergaxor was like, "I'm gonna take all this. I'm here. Like I'm sliding in and out of Slytherin. It's fine."
So with he kind of like opens up this book of tattoos that he can have, and he has all sorts of tattoos listed in this book. Is there anything specific you're looking for? I mean, I can list them all out for you.
Yeah, that's fine. List them all out.
Oh boy, we're gonna be here for hours, but okay.
Jeez.
Don't give me the option. I'll take it every time. How
So
much per tattoo? Okay, that's all I want to know. Really.
So what he can do is some common and uncommon tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking at. We're looking at about. Oh, come on. It's not going to tell me, is it?
9 to 11.
Okay, so we're looking at about 50 to 100 gold pieces for some of these common ones here, or 100 to 500 for some of these uncommon ones here.
What, like inflation is a thing here, or like what's happening? Like that's a lot of money for a little tattoo.
I can pay for it.
I don't want you to pay for a tattoo. You can pay for your own.
So for the uncommon, he's listing as we have a barrier tattoo.
What the
We
fuck does that
have-
mean? A barrier. Like Halo barrier, like a shield?
So it depicts protective imagery, like shields, armor of the like.
Mm-hmm.
Resembles like shiny metal. Gives you some awesome bonuses to AC, if you will.
Oh.
Did I not mention that these are magical tattoos?
No, you didn't.
Oh, well, my apologies.
Yeah. I'm glad we cleared that up. So is the magic like inflated or?
Listen, if you want to barter with me, I don't have to give you these.
What would be the benefits of a barrier tattoo exactly, in like numbers
Mm-hmm.
terms?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's break it down.
The uncommon would give you a bonus of 12 plus your dexterity ability modifier.
Plus my dex, so it'd be 12 plus dex, which basically means if you had to stab me with a pencil, it would take you what amount of numbers to attack me with a pencil?
I don't know your things. You're gonna make me look all these up?
Hold on, no, I'm looking it up myself. No, I'll pass. Thanks. It's that tattoo would. I just look at him and be like, you know what? That tattoo would probably just like make me the same. So I'm moving on.
Hold on. I have high. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. You got spells of like, or you got tattoos that like I don't know,
Listen, okay.
magically enhance this dick. Like
So he flips the page and he says, "I can do a rare tattoo, but it's gonna cost between 500 and 5,000, depending on what you
I
pick."
feel like that's a
Oh, God.
lot of money. Like how much time am I wasting in a chair?
Hey guys, we could like just kidnap this guy and make him give us tattoos.
No.
I don't know. You can do magic tattoos. You could probably do curse tattoos too.
Yeah. Yeah, like we'll get like a, instead of like a really lovely Japanese phrase, we'd get like chicken and mushrooms or
No,
something.
see, what I was thinking is,
There
here's
would
the
be a
thing,
tramp
right?
stamp that says "Speak friend" and enter.
No, Grim, you're
I
not
would
thinking
prefer
about
that.
this clearly. So we got these like charm take over people spells, right? Which cost way less than 5,000 gold apiece. Which we can have them for like a day.
If you guys didn't want a tattoo, I actually have to
Do
go.
you got like
so
a mark of scribing tattoo? Can I just have that real quick? Can you do that in like 5 seconds and under $200? Like,
No.
okay, well then I'm done with this conversation. Thanks for wasting my time.
Well, hold on. Come here. He's like waving you back down.
Waste my time. What is it? 2022 now? Like, let's go. What?
Do you what are you looking for? Like, you haven't
I
given me anything.
literally, I told you just like 5 seconds ago. Do you have a mark of scribing tattoo? That's all I need.
But you said under $200.
Under 200 gold pieces. If you don't have it under 200 gold pieces, I'm good. I'm gonna just bypass the situation and then hopefully fall in love with a tramp in the wastelands who will do it for me. So
You could also roll to seduce.
I'm not rolling.
The
I'm
free
not that
tattoo.
kind of bard. I got stuff to do. Like I'm busy. I have like 3 other conversations I want to get through before something happens where Washi Tong decides to, oh, I can't be here at this particular moment.
So hold on. So out of game. Like, what does the scribing do again? Off the top of my head, what are you actually looking for it?
The mark of scribing tattoo. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
What does it actually do again?
It just makes me use my pen. I don't really remember. I haven't looked at those in 1,000 years. But
You can look at like otherwise hidden text and stuff that you can write with like the pen and other spells and shit.
I'll probably
Yeah.
have to create that because I don't think it's a real thing, though. Right?
It is the mark of scribing. It's in in airborne or
Yeah, but it's
whatever.
a subclass, isn't it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure so. Anyway, he does explain to you. He's like, hold on, give me like 10 minutes. I'm gonna figure out how to do this, and I'll give you the mark of scribing tattoo for 200 gold.
How long is this gonna take you to figure out?
I need like 10 minutes, and then we're gonna need like I don't know. We'll probably need like 10 more minutes to get it marked on you.
Hurry up. And then I throw him the gold because I'm annoyed.
Damn, this fucker's making 1,200 gold an hour. What the fuck? We're in the wrong line of
I
work.
know, like, honestly, like, I could become a magical tattoo artist too. Look at me.
So
You
after
can
Well,
with your
he's the
pen.
Marcus Scribing, right?
So you give him the gold, and then he like walks out the back door.
Oh, of course he does. He's never coming back.
So our new plan is to open a tattoo shop with Gora, but then nobody knows that there's 7-day temporary tattoos. So we just open up shop for 6 days and move.
Inflation is high right now, so we might as well.
1,200 gold an hour? Come on, we could do it for half that and make bank.
I'm gonna talk to the owl guy. So if anybody else wants to do something, quick.
Gora, yes. What's up?
Oh, we're here. Oh, I thought other people were gonna do things. Hi. So you kept your job. You're welcome.
Like your immediate open, like he was like happy to see you. Then now his
Yeah.
face just kind of.
I don't. Anyway, this is the relationship we have. Move on. You kept your job. Now I need you to tell me if I was to destroy an orb of sorts, or if I was you. You know what? You're probably the wrong person to ask, actually. But if you had an orb of sorts that could potentially kill 1,000 people, how would you destroy it? If it was in your possession, right? And honestly, again, I'm thinking about this now, and I'm probably asking the wrong person.
Gora, you have the orb of Mergaxor. I was there when you got it.
How would you destroy it? Is what I'm saying. Like I can only imagine what else it can do besides
Turn
whatever
your
that
hands
means.
green and all slimy.
I don't have an exact answer for you. Because I don't know if that's even destroyable. No one. This is an item none of us have ever actually physically seen before in 200 plus years.
Well, I can promise you, with the history that me and you have, and like the relationship that you have with this school, I'm gonna hold on to it because I just don't feel comfortable in allowing someone of your stature to hold an item like this. So just so we know, so we're clear, staying with me. So that way this doesn't happen again at your school. So I just feel like it's best if we just leave it at that.
Grim just walks up and says, "Still pondering that orb, huh?"
Constantly.
Can't get it out of my head.
I need pinnacle fruit at this point.
A big green glowing ball. Oh.
I need an arrow, pinnacle fruit, and some like a case of fireball.
Huh.
So I get frustrated because he's just been pondering the orb all night, and I try to grab the satchel.
Give me an opposing. So, Gorkul, you are looking at Amicus, like talking to him about this, and you kind of like see Grim move, but it's out of the corner of your eye, but you're focused on Amicus. Give me a dexterity with disadvantage, and Grim, go ahead and give me.
DM, before we continue, I would like to say the moment that I let him take this satchel, I'm out. Like, if he takes it from me, I'm running. I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
See, so in setting this realistic scene, like Grim's like, "Oh, what's this thing? Here, put it in a bag. I don't want it. Take it." And then like 10 minutes later, he's like, "I want that now."
It's exactly what it is.
So what am I rolling?
Give me an opposed. So Grim, give me like a sleight of hand, and Goraquil, give me a
If you blow up this fucking room of people after we just saved this shit for the last 6 months, I'm gonna be
give
upset
me
with you.
Well, you blew up the
Dexterity
last
saving
party
throw.
and continent, so
A what?
Dexterity.
somebody
I got a
else.
soft 20.
Dexterity? That sounds great. I got a total of 7. Do I have pinnacle fruit with me?
You're gonna try and throw a grenade at me about this?
I don't know if you actually had pinnacle fruit on you or not.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I knew that it was in my possession at one point.
Yeah,
I just
and you still
don't
do.
remember.
You-
Do I?
Yeah, you still do.
How much?
Probably like 2. Like it looks like a pineapple, right? So you probably got
Yeah. I remember like getting some jars or something. I just don't remember how much.
you probably have like a half a pinnacle fruit in jar. I think you had 2 jars, so you probably got like almost a whole pinnacle fruit. Like
Okay,
a little bit
cool.
smaller than a
Yeah,
pineapple, but you probably have
yeah.
what equals to about a full one.
Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good to
So
know. Good to know.
Grim, you well, so Grim, you're like, hey, just give me that. So you go and you grab onto the satchel, and Gora, you feel him grab it, and as he goes to yank it from you, like it slides off your shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and now he has it, just in his hand,
Okay.
holding it like
I'm going to say, give that back. And I'm going to reach in my. I'm going to reach for the pinnacle fruit, and I'm going to ready a Eldritch Blast. And I'm going to say, give that back.
I think you need a break from the orb. You're acting weird.
Amicus
I am
speaks
not
up.
joking.
Grimmelberg's gonna hold out his flask of what was that? We're like, here, blast this right here. Blow us both up. Go ahead. I got that flask.
What
That's basically a
flask?
grenade, the 2d6 fire damage or whatever.
Did you give that to him, Vilgax? I can't remember. I know you had them both at one point.
I thought I still had him, unless he just pickpocketed it from me.
The Alchemist Doom I grabbed right off the ground when I put the orb in, didn't I?
No, so Amicus picked them both up. If you did, then I totally missed it. And he gave them both to Vilgax at the point. But
Oh.
wait, there was yeah. He gave them both to Vilgax.
Well, I was under the impression I had that.
So you hold out an empty vial and be like, shit.
Yeah, so you pull out an empty vial, like, oh shit. And you hold that up.
Oh god, why is everything so hard?
I won't hesitate, bitch.
Don't make me pull this pin on this. Wait, this is an apple. Shit.
Gilbert tries to hide
He's
behind
going
Amicus.
So Amicus
Like,
turns around.
Gora's going off of some like fairy tale story about an orb that he knows, and he will do anything to like destroy it at this point.
So Grim, give me, as you go to like frantically move as Gora's like readying this like Eldritch Blast in his hand, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw. You're making this too fun for me, guys.
Yoder and I are just trying to sit over here and have some drinks.
22.
I will crater the fucking town. I swear to God.
So as you quickly move, like the flap opens up, and it like the orb like looks like it's about to come out of the satchel, and you quickly like close it and get behind Amicus. And Amicus turns to you and says, "Grim, please don't. Just give it back. We don't. This is a party for you guys. You're supposed to be having fun. Why is
you fucking idiots?
Why does everything turn to a fight?
Why are mom and daddy always yelling at each other? Sorry, too real.
Why are so many people so uptight about this fucking orb? And
I don't know. Why don't you
smash
touch
it on the
it?
ground? Like I take the satchel and I just give it a big swing right to the ground.
You do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Divorce.
Oh God, I love you guys so much. All right, so
I
go
hate
ahead.
everything.
Orb shatters and nothing happens.
Give me a
Like, oh, I guess that one was a fake.
give whatever your attack unarmed strike like damage is. Go ahead and roll me that.
All right, so unarmed would be just 5 damage with +7 to hit. Do I need to roll to hit or just
Nope,
the damage?
just whatever the damage is.
It's just a flat 5.
All right, so as you take it and you go to like slam it on the ground, you hear like it echoes into the room, and it makes a big boom thud onto the ground, and it's still in the satchel currently.
I will murder.
So as you guys see, like all of a sudden, you guys hear this big thud coming from the back of the bar.
The back of the bar, like down here, or
Sorry, back by them. You hear this
Oh.
huge, gigantic like thud, like a large like have you ever, like a pool ball, like a pool cue ball, like when it falls off the pool table and makes like a, but it's like 10 times louder than that. Like it sounds like a glass,
Like a bowling ball?
like a bowling ball hitting the floor, like boom, thud.
all right. Well, Vilgax is gonna be very attentive at this point. Just whip around, still holding the bottle, and go, "What? We can't have one nice night. You can't even hold on to your drinks or your items."
I don't know. Gorquill won't stop pondering this fucking orb.
And once it hits
Doesn't know how
the
to have a
floor,
good time.
it does roll out towards you, Grim, out of the satchel.
Pick it
And
up then.
it's rolling like kind of towards your feet, like really slowly.
Touch it.
I use my undead hand to grab it.
Perfect. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
As I watch him grab it, I'm gonna tell Amicus to get back, and I'm gonna pull out a tiny little piece of pinnacle fruit.
Okay.
11.
Yeah, fuck it. This is my homebrew campaign. I love this. This is good. All right, so you go to pick it up, and give me a D4 roll.
Okay.
I'm changing up the game a little bit.
Ooh.
Perfect.
4.
He goes to pick up this orb, and he picks it up, and he's like, "See, look, nothing's wrong." And then he immediately falls to the floor unconscious.
God
I'm
damn
gonna.
it.
The orb
I'm
falls
gonna-
Orb
onto his
goes
hand,
cold.
into his hand, and he's holding onto it still, as he falls unconscious to the floor.
As he falls unconscious to the floor, I'm gonna run up to him, drop the piece of pinnacle fruit, and fire my Eldritch Blast right on top of it.
With you on top of it?
Yeah,
With you on top of it.
yeah,
So like you're like orb in his hand, you're over the top of it.
yep.
All right. Can I make a reaction to this when I see the Eldritch
Sure.
Blast start coming out?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Are these
You gotta-
distances accurate, or?
Yep, they should be.
Okay, that's you two
Does,
fucking clowns,
is
right?
the band
Yep.
still in the way?
Oh yeah, they're still in the way, but they're like still
It's not gonna
standing.
matter for what I'm doing. So
We're
yeah,
gonna
the
blow up
loud
another fucking crater, aren't we?
no, the loud thud happens. All that
Yep.
shit goes down,
Yep.
right? Like everything flashes through Vilgax's head as no, this is not the time. And then I see like what color is an Eldritch Blast? Is it like a purple
Like
or
a
black?
green, purple, white. It's kind of like a.
Okay, so I like see that going, and I'm
Yep.
like, oh, I know what this is.
Yep.
So I'm gonna like basically turn around, right, and be like, shit. And then what I want to try and do, and it's going to be a combination
Okay.
of a couple
Give it to me.
things, is I want to use my where the hell is it? Yeah, that one. So I use my short warp to teleport like to both of them,
Yep.
touch both of them, and then I want to use my, which one is it? Is that the one?
You're trying to blow up this orb, I'm assuming, Goraquill. That's what we're doing.
God damn, we're gonna kill everyone that came to our party.
No, so then I'm gonna use Dimension Door and throw them both into the ethereal plane.
So like my goal was to like jump on top of the orb and his arm while I dropped it and covered my body on top of the Eldritch Blast.
Yep. So give me. So you see this Vilgax.
Giving like Gora that extra protection or
Yep.
Grim that extra protection.
Right. So you see what is about to transpire. We're gonna leave this up to the dice. Give me rollies. Goraquill, give me a 20 roll. Vilgax, give me a 20 roll. We're gonna see if this happens.
I got a natural 20. I'm not
14.
shitting you.
I believe you. I fucking believe you, dude.
I'm sending it to you right fucking now. I just
believe you.
fucking Jesus Christ. There's no way. There's no fucking way.
All right. So Vilgax, you do your short warp, and as you get to right next to them to grab them into the dimension door, his Eldritch Blast goes off. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I'm not doing anything dexterity saving throw. I am literally trying to
I know.
contain the blast in my body. So do you
Yeah.
still want me to do that?
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
Well, if I'm unconscious, should I even bother with this 10 I rolled?
No, you're fine. Vilgax, go ahead and give me a dexterity. With advantage for you because you just teleported to it and you can get yourself out of precarious. Yeah, you're good.
24.
So what happens is, God damn it, guys. He jumps on. You go to grab them into the dimension door and go out to throw them, but it goes off and you see it blast. In that split second, you're able to get yourself back far enough, but the blast does hit you.
I don't have to like throw them. I just have to touch them. But yeah,
You're
either
gonna
way.
be fucking one-armed now.
So it doesn't. You don't quite get. My bad. You don't quite get to touch them and throw them to the dimension door. The blast does go off, and all right. What's your? Give me the damage on your Eldritch Blast, Goraquill, and I'm gonna run a multiplier on it and see what happens.
It's the tiniest piece I could muster, just FYI.
Yep. No, I got you. Oh, you're fucking lucky.
It's a
Give me the damage.
6.
6 damage. Well, my multiplier was a fucking 1, so you're fucking lucky. The blast goes off. It was the tiniest little piece of pinnacle fruit. You all are blasted back. The entire bar is blasted back. Everybody gets pushed towards. Literally everybody gets basically knocked up against the walls. You all take 6 damage.
Temporary hit points.
And everybody is smashed up to the wall.
Did I take the 6 or was the dex save for something else?
You take 3. You're able to your existence, you were able to short warp yourself out of it, but the blast kind of caught you at the very end, so you take 3. You came back a little bit too early out of your plane. Everybody's smashed up to the you end up here. Grim, you're over here, and it definitely sounded worse than it was. The blast in and of itself. It's for some reason, Goraquill, you're coming to consciousness after getting thrown into the wall, and you feel like it totally should have made a bigger impact than it did. And the orb is just still sitting there in the middle of the floor.
I'm gonna put
Am
it
I awake again?
in my
You are
bag.
not. You are still unconscious.
Are the three of us in the
I'm gonna
ethereal
put it
plane
in my
then?
bag and
Or did
seal that shit tight.
Or did that not work at all?
You three are in the ethereal plane though, along with the orb, and like you can see both, right, Vilgax? You can see
Yep.
ethereal plane, and you can still
And
see the bar
material. Yep.
and material. So like you three are in the bar, but it's Vilgax. You know this is the ethereal. Grim is over there, like unconscious still. Gorkul, you're like staring at this orb, but all you can see around you is like on the plane that you've know about, but you've never really been here, I don't think.
Like the ethereal plane looks like a veiled like ghost version of the material plane.
Yeah.
And like you can see the material plane, but it looks there was a really good description that I can't think of right now.
A lot like putting on the One Ring in Lord of the Rings.
No, it's
but like it's more
where
like
it's where
the
stuff
upside
looks
down.
different. But
And so you three, that's what you guys are seeing. Everybody else is essentially like Yoder, you're kind of like up against like the bar, like you got like pushed back like into like the bar thing, and you're like just like sitting up, this like half conscious, but like you really don't see the other three of them, like your party members here right now. And Gorquill, you're like standing in front of this orb.
so as like we like the flash or whatever like clears from our eyes from the explosion, I guess. I'm just gonna like look around, survey quick, like see where we're at, look into the material plane, and make sure everybody's not like fucking dead. Is what I like want to see.
People are stirring. It definitely like when you look back into the material plane, you do see like a hole in like the bar, where like next to this orb where it's sitting, and you can imagine that was the blast. So like you didn't get all of it into the ethereal plane, so there was some damage on obviously in the material plane, especially with the people all getting blasted. But everybody seems to be stirring. Nobody seems to be dead from what you can tell for right now.
I'm gonna take that orb and put it in my bag yesterday.
Man, we'll just
Do you
turn.
touch it?
No.
Do you kind of do like the inside out flippy thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So then I'm gonna turn to Gora, realize the bottle I was drinking, the bottom's all smashed, so I'm just holding the neck of it. Throw that away. And are you? I guess that doesn't matter. Never mind the last part. But yeah, so throw the bottle away and just turn to Gora. Like, so it seems as though you've been preoccupied. Now, I don't know what that is, and point to Grim just like passed out on the floor. Care to do any sort of explanation here? Because we just blew up a room of people we just tried like hell to save.
Yeah. And now I don't know what that is, and I point to Grim again. This is not something that we should be playing with, especially in the middle of all these people that could potentially touch this thing. That's it.
Nobody told you to
Nothing
ponder
else.
the orb at a party.
I'm trying to keep everybody safe. That's what that was.
Well, if this thing is such a danger, why don't we take it, put it in a magically protected lock in a different plane of existence, and then never think about it again?
That's literally what I'm saying.
Well, I thought we had this discussion a bit ago.
Yeah. And I asked you.
So, is he dead?
I don't know.
Am I waking up yet?
So I'm gonna walk over and like, not like, you know, curb stomp him, but like kick him.
Me?
Yep.
So you go to kick him,
God damn it.
and as you go to kick him, He does awake. Grim, you're starting to stir and you are starting to come awake as you do feel a kick in the back of your ass.
And Grim sits up and is just like, I didn't think I had that much to drink yet.
And then you start to notice your surroundings are very like ghost-like. You are in it. It doesn't look right to you as you wake up from being unconscious.
I told the bartender not to spike my drink.
Well, do you remember what happened? You two dragons decided to have a pissing contest in the middle of everybody. See whose scales were
I was just
bigger.
getting annoyed that he wouldn't stop pondering this orb, so I just thought I'd be like, hey, let's fucking break the thing and get him to stop caring about this fucking orb.
Yeah, you broke it. It's gone now. Good work.
Yep,
I
good
don't
job.
think that's how it went. I don't know.
I don't know. Depends on what you remember. But that's what we're telling you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You
Gone
definitely broke
forever.
it.
Holy fuck.
Totally.
You're the master
It's
orb
out.
slayer. It's fucking dead as
There's
shit.
so
Million little pieces.
much all over the place.
High five, Peter.
I don't know. Do I believe them?
Give me an insight check, Grim, with disadvantage after being blown up.
Jesus.
15.
Disadvantage. Roll one more. Ooh, 15.
Ooh,
Uh,
damn.
with your 15, like you're stirring a bit. They're like,
Can I use
really
my inspiration to make that advantage instead of disadvantage?
then it would be a straight roll, and you would have had 15 anyway.
All
you want to
right,
save it, or you want
yeah.
to keep it?
Well, just leave it how it is because it's 15 either way.
All right, so 15, you're stirring. They're like trying to be very convincing to you, and they're like saying it over and over and over again. Like, yeah, it's gone, it's broken, it's cool, it's gone, broken.
Pieces.
Well, where's the party? You never know when a fucking orb to break and all of a sudden the party disappears or turns into this fucking ghost form.
It was just that powerful, you know?
Big
I knew I
explosion,
could
much
swing really
wow.
hard. I didn't think I could shatter through dimensional walls.
Yeah, you broke the multiverse. Let's move on. Come on.
Grimmelberg's just like, with great power comes great responsibility.
I will
Remember
literally
the power
murder
of
him in his
future.
sleep.
Well, if the two of you are just going to hang out here, then maybe we should just let you two duke it out in somewhere that's a little safer for everybody else.
I'm good. As long as he's done.
Well,
as
all
I
I
say
wanted
that-
to do was get back to the party, and Gora just wanted to ponder fucking orbs all night.
As I say that, I'm just gonna straight walk back into the material plane and leave them there.
Yeah, I was say you're not taking them with.
Follow.
You can't follow. It's just the way that everything with my shit works is I just make it out of sheer will. So I just will myself back into the next plane of existence.
I'm gonna start screaming, and after about an hour of no response, I'm gonna look at Graham and be like, you know what? It figures. Here, take this. And I'm gonna take a piece of pinnacle fruit out, and I'm gonna give it to him.
Huh?
And I'm gonna say, you do with that what you want, you know? And then I'm gonna walk out and start searching the ethereal plane.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna sit here
Alright.
watching this in the material plane as we're like trying to fucking pick up the pieces and help everybody out in here, listening to what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I ever
I'm
get
gonna-
out of the ethereal plane, I'm probably just not gonna be in a party with
I'm
him.
finding a hidey hole for this fucking thing. I'm finding a hidey hole.
Okay.
How long are you leaving it there? Because kind of just the whole idea was just, hey, get him to stop doing this and get back to the party. But now I'm just wandering around looking at this
Yeah, that's what you
bullshit.
get. That's what you get.
Goraquill, as you're trying to find a hiding hole to place this orb somewhere, in your head you
Mhm.
hear, well, that chick's a bitch, isn't she?
I'm gonna ignore it.
And then it keeps talking to you, saying, "Don't you want to be
I
my
don't know.
companion?"
Might need a little
And
charisma.
so I should have prefaced this before. So the voice you hear is not one of like Mergaxor, like that bullywug shaky voice. It is like just a deep, like a deeper, like just a deeper ominous voice, just
Like a James Earl
speaking to
Jones.
you. So it's not even
Simba.
not even close to like Mergaxor's voice to you. Don't you want to be my companion? Don't you want?
Do you
I
want
can
to be
show
my girl? Dun,
can
dun,
show you-
dun, dun, dun.
I can show you great power, Gora.
Unless you're upping my level to +3, I'm not here for it. I'm not easily so swoon.
I mean, I can take you over by sheer will, or you can follow me.
That's funny.
You want to do this the hard way, huh?
I don't know. Do you? As I ready another Eldritch Blast
At the crystal.
at myself.
How many Eldritch blasts would it take to kill yourself?
I don't know. Probably not very much after I put a pinnacle fruit in my mouth.
Are you trying to kill yourself? Or are we just doing blow up everybody day? Is that what this is? All right, I'm here for it.
You're telling me that some fucking ominous thing is in my brain telling me, I'm gonna take over you. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I ain't doing it. I ain't fucking no. Ain't nobody taking over this beautiful body. Hell no.
All right, that's true. Are you leaving it here somewhere?
I'm gonna search the wastelands of whatever to find somewhere to put it so nobody will ever find it. I'm going to Mordor for all I fucking care to like throw this in the fucking fires of Mount Doom and shit. Like I'm fucking finding a place for this that nobody will ever find it again.
So I didn't really think this that far ahead. Now that I do think about it, they probably have no fucking way back to the regular plane.
No, and I don't give a shit. That's why I gave him a pinnacle fruit so he could kill himself. It's fine. I'm moving on.
They have nothing to go as you're watching Goraquill in the ethereal plane, like just start walking off into the distance, and Grim is still just like sitting there holding this pinnacle fruit, pondering his life.
At some point during this time, I go up to Vilgax and say, "Wait, what happened to? You're here. What happened to Goraquill and Grimmelberg? Where the hell are they?
There's.
They died?
I'm gonna.
I see them like shadowy through the ethereal plane.
You can't see through the ethereal plane. What you see is the ethereal plane where you.
Like, what do I even see here? Is it just a bunch of nothing?
So you see an empty bar. Completely empty, like ghost-like bar in front of you.
I mean, you saw Gora storming off.
And then you saw Gora storming off, like out the bar, like towards the back, and now he's gone. So you're just like sitting on the floor pondering your life with this pinnacle fruit. Well, you did leave him there.
This was your whole fucking plan. You always this is how it's supposed to go when you fucking direct the whole fucking thing.
I mean, you can go.
You started it.
I did nothing with this fucking orb till you guys are trying to kill a whole room of people. Then I'm like, kids,
Anybody.
kids, I'm gonna put you both in timeout, okay? That's what we're doing.
It's his fault. I'm not coming back. I don't even care if you show up and you go, oh, come on, we're going back to the material plane. Fuck you and your material plane. Get the fuck out of here.
Are we going to get him, or are we splitting the party and making new characters?
I'm gone. I'm out. I'm tired of mentioning boring fucking whatever I need to do to fucking I'll survive. I don't care as long as that fucking orb doesn't get back into the material plane. That's all I care about at this point.
Grimmelberg gets bored and just goes off in the direction Goraquill went.
Okay, you're following him. Vilgax,
I would like to.
What are we doing here?
I'm not letting him follow me at this point. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Oh my
I
god.
won't hesitate, bitch.
Wasn't Grimmelsberg originally like
Get
the
him.
highest muscle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna kill a bitch right now. I'm mad. Fucking put me in the ethereal plane. I'm busy. I got shit to do.
Sometimes we gotta put kids in timeout if they don't want to behave.
You know, I really just want to know what happened to that friend of mine on the island. That's all I really came here for.
You did what?
Like, what happened to the friend of mine on the island? What happened to my other tree friends? Like,
Oh yeah, you got all
like,
sorts of shit to do here on
I
the
got
island.
all sorts of shit that I gotta like take care of. But right now, this orb is numero uno priority.
All right, so
So
you
you're
guys
walking.
duking it out, or me and Yoder talking, or what are we doing here?
We can
I
cut back
mean,
to you and Yoda.
that,
real quick.
yeah, go do your thing.
So you asked what happened to them? Like, well, they're safe for now, and then just kind of look back over my shoulder, unless they kill each other.
What do you mean? Are they still around here somewhere? Or wait, you have did you?
They're close, but very far away.
Is it like that thing we did in the library?
It's kind of like the thing in the library.
Oh,
This time we didn't all hold hands, though.
didn't look like it.
Now, is everybody here okay?
I went to check on Amicus earlier. Does everyone seem okay in the bar, Jeff?
Yes. Yep. Everybody seems okay. They're kind of like all coming to, like everyone's just like kind of like what the fuck like happened, but nobody seems to be overly injured. Luckily.
I hope they all blame Vilgax.
So I'm just gonna try and make a like bullshit announcement and just go, everybody, it's okay. I think we found one final gift from the person that we took down, a bomb of sorts. It's been taken care of.
Uh, everyone's just kind of like okay. Maybe we have to call this a day, Amicus. Is it time to leave?
That feels like a fitting end to the party.
And Amicus is just kind of like, yeah, if everybody could help kind of pick up the bar, I guess. The Fantastic Four isn't as great as we thought. They're still great. Just let's clean up and fucking
Sad.
do this.
Character-wise, Grimmelberg is feeling zero responsibility for the incident.
No, that's fair. That tracks.
Vilgax is just gonna like grab Yolder's like shoulder and just like walk with me quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna head like out of the fucking bar where there's not all these people around. Because otherwise the campus should be more or less abandoned.
Yep, pretty much everything. Everybody who is on campus is here. So
Once we get outside, like what I'm assuming or what I'm trying to do is just be like out of earshot of just random people over here and us, and just like lean into Yoder and go, so I didn't know what was going to happen with that, and I tried to protect the people here that we worked to save, your people.
Yeah.
So they are currently in the ethereal plane, very unhappy, a lot of pissed off, and there's something going on with this big orb. Very unnatural, causing a lot of distrust between everyone.
I see. Well, Gorkwell did seem pretty concerned by it. Maybe we should have just handed that thing over to someone who wants to destroy it. Should we probably go get them out of the ethereal plane? I feel like maybe it's not a good idea to leave them in there for too long.
Well, they'll be fine. There's very little to harm them there, besides some shaper beasts and a few other things that you can pretty easily avoid. But the bigger issue here is if that thing is calling to people near it, What else is it calling to? The other person that we've been looking for can waltz in and out of all these planes easier than I can. So it's
True.
not safe there for any amount of time.
Yeah, if Romex is looking for that orb, then if that is if he does in fact want that orb, then yeah, he'd probably find it pretty easily. We should probably take care of it somehow.
What do you propose?
That's a good question. I don't have any ideas.
Perhaps it's time to leave from this island and go pursue the war school. They have far different methods than you do.
Perhaps. What are you gonna go get the orb and bring it to them, or what's the idea here?
Well, if we can decide on who's going to keep it instead of squabbling over it, like the last bit of candy, then we should keep it with us to keep it safe. Unless you know of somewhere better suited.
No, probably nothing, nowhere around the university. I don't think we have anything. If it's mind controlling people or calling out to them or whatever it might be doing, probably nowhere on here that's safe. Especially with when the students come back.
Well, if I were there, I'd probably think of like a magical box that makes it shut up, but I'm not there.
Hey, you're not there.
Yeah, they got those laying around everywhere.
Goraquill, on your
Fucking magic
travels.
school with like an ancient dragon, you'd think they'd have a way to contain magical things.
I need an
Maybe.
interview.
That was my next stop after talking to the owl, but no, somebody had to get all bougie about me looking at a fucking ball.
I don't like you looking at that. You've been looking at that too much. I want to look at it.
So you find yourself, Goraquill, walking, like, kind of without any regard. You're just trying to, like, walk, find something, find anything, but you're just, like, walking, like, as far as you can just to get away from everything currently. And then you start to notice... that's not what I wanted, damn it. You start to notice that, like, your surroundings just kind of keep getting, like, the same thing over, repeated, like you're walking, and, like, you have a path now in front of you, and you've probably now been walking for 20-25 minutes, and oh yeah, definitely. And you start walking, like, on a pathway down a forest of sorts, like off of camp, like you passed campus, there's a pathway to a forest with trees on either side of you with an opening gap, and as you keep you just keep walking down this, but it starts to get darker and darker as you keep walking towards this area.
Do you have dark vision?
He doesn't, but he does have a pennant that will give.
Looks like he's trying to talk, but I couldn't hear him.
He's got 10 feet in front of him that he can see, like a flashlight. And I want to find a cool map because this would be cool. Anyway, you see in front of you more just dark forest as you start walking through. You have maybe there's something cool in here that you can find to leave this stupid thing here, and you can get back to your life that you wanted to take care of your stuff on the real island in the real material plane. And you hear a voice laugh. Curiously. A little bit dark. And the voice calls out and says, "Can I help you find what you're looking for? I don't think you belong here. And I feel like you want to get back to where you need to go."
It's the Cheshire Cat.
Oh, did Peter disappear for everybody else?
Yep.
Yep.
I think
Oh.
his internet.
Still no audio from Peter.
You're really muffled, Jeff.
Oh man, is roll 20 screwing up?
Now you sound fine.
Peter, you're back fine now.
Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good.
Cool. What happened? Last thing. That's where I left off.
Okay, so as you walk down the pathway, Peter, into this dark forest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang it. You hear that voice. And you can't really tell where it's coming from. It kind of sounds like it's coming from like every direction.
And what did it say?
It says, "Can I help you find where you need to go? I don't think you belong here, and I'd like to get you back where you want to go."
Another voice. Great. Hey, listen.
Maybe you're just losing it.
I'm a little busy at the moment, so you know, you do you, I do me, we do each other, whatever. I'm just gonna keep walking.
And as you keep walking,
Christopher
through,
walking.
let me take you there because this is fun and cool.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
Now
So-
he can break 2 planes of existence.
Fucking Christ.
All right, so you see in front of you through like this pathway of stones on the other side is a dark purple looking tiefling in red robes. It's very faded here though, like his color is kind of faded.
Is she hot?
I don't know, you can't see.
Yeah, you can't keep track of me in the ethereal plane, little bitch. Move on.
I mean, unless
Kenny?
he follows you, but he can eventually.
Oh.
If there's one person that can, it's probably him.
Yeah.
But the tiefling speaks out and says, "Are you sure I can't help? I don't even think you know where you're going. You look like you're lost."
I don't feel like I look like I'm lost because I'm walking with purpose, but like I get it, you know. You gays always get into people's businesses. We're moving on. So, better question, who are you? Right?
Oh, who am I?
Yeah. I don't feel like you belong here. This doesn't look like a place a person of your color would live.
Whoa.
And when you say that, he looks at you and says,
Mm-hmm.
"I'm going to pretend that you're not being an asshole."
I'm gonna pretend that that was a legitimate response. You know, you don't see very many of you out here, just in general.
"My name, I'm Zarius."
Mm-hmm.
Very Zarius.
How did you get here?
Well, I can't seem to truly remember that. I feel like I've been here all my life.
I've only met one other of you. So interesting.
Listen, nobody comes through my forest without... Well, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. I just want to help you. Truly, I just want to help you through the ethereal plane.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't walk through here. So when they do, I help them.
How do I know I can trust you of all the weird, nonchalant things I don't know about the ethereal plane? You can see my hesitance in talking to a creature from the ethereal plane, considering this creature from the ethereal plane, it just shouldn't exist, right? I mean, I'm just thinking about it logically.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a thing that happens quite often.
Oh, you've really never been here before, have you?
Obviously, and it's one of those situations, you know, where you show up to an unknown land and people like steal things from you without you noticing. So this is where I'm like, where should I trust you?
Well, let me give you a little lowdown of the actual ethereal plane
Mm-hmm.
and why
Love
I think you're going to need my help.
Mm-hmm.
We have all sorts of things here in the ethereal plane. Blink dogs,
Mm-hmm.
ethereal creepers,
Okay.
ethereal filchers, ethereal marauders,
Ooh, fun.
The whole Minecraft universe.
and a whole different manner of ghosts.
What
Do you want?
kind of ghosts? Like good ghosts, bad ghosts?
Well, all of the above.
There's another dragonborn somewhere here. Maybe you could help him. I think he needs more assistance than I do at this point. I'm just trying to find a place to put a thing
Ugh.
Like
that
a
will never be
magical.
touched ever. Just like in general, like a thing. Like let's say, and I'm gonna like take out, I don't know, like the pen. I wanted to hide this pen,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where would I put it so that nobody could find it?
In your ass.
I mean, you can literally leave it here in the ethereal plane, and no one's gonna find it.
Okay, but like there's got to be a place,
Assuming you're not from
like a
here, you don't
dungeon.
want people from the material plane to
I don't
find
want
it, right?
anybody to ever find it. Anybody, anything, any nonsense. Yourself included.
Well, you're not gonna find such a thing without any help now.
Okay, well, I feel like this could be like a part 2 adventure of my life instead of like going back to doing the thing that I'm doing. I feel like you're asking me to go on this adventure with you, and honestly, I'm not really comfortable with that. The last time I hooked up with people was not
On this
great. Was not
fantastic
great.
ride, slippity slide.
Look, I'm
Well,
just trying to save the multiverse from whatever.
well, what if what do I need to do for you to trust me? And what if we take it?
If you
And,
can get that other Dragonborn back, I'll meet you about, I don't know, 50 miles north of here whenever you're done with that.
and ironically enough, like as soon as you said that, like he like blinks out of existence, and within like a split second, blinks back with Grim in his arms.
Oh, please don't bring him here. Not here for that.
So he does come right up in front of you with Grim.
Yep.
Is
I
this
light
the
my
one?
lantern.
Is this the one you were looking for?
I wasn't looking for him. I was just saying he probably needs assistance. He's
How's he
kind of
carrying him? Like a baby?
like
We basically like had him in his like hand, and he just like popped in and kind of let him go. Well, you said that you needed help. Now he's here. Do you all want to find? What do you?
you know, he could
I'm
need
here to
help by
help.
himself.
I'm here to help
Yeah,
all of. Like you're coming
help
through
him.
my forest.
Yeah,
So
I'm just gallivanting through your forest. Thank you for allowing me passage. Help him. I love that for you. It's great.
he like looks at the Dragonborn at you, Grim, and says, "Grim, what do you want? How can I help?" Sorry, Dragonborn, what do you want? How can I help?
I want to go back to the party.
Love that for you. Good luck.
So he's like, all you want to do is go back to the material plane. You don't need anything here.
Specifically the party, because it's open bar, dudes.
And like that, we're gonna come back next week.
God damn it!
No,
Can I go? Can I just go into the forest in the wilds of the ethereal plane? I love that for me.
You really just want to? I mean, by all means, yeah, you can
I
walk
really
through.
do. I kind of want to go, and I want to do like a side quest where I meet a lovely dragonborn-ass, and
Listen,
This isn't D and Tinder.
yeah, no shit. Listen, I'm growing. You know what? No, you've both annoyed me. You can get out of my forest, out of my plane, and
Mhm.
he actually he takes hold of Grim and like walks towards you and grabs you, and you guys black out, and now you're back at the bar.
God damn it! I
So is that
literally
guy's
say
name
that as I
Uber?
wake up.
Y'all just keep blacking out with strangers way too often.
For real though.
Was that character's name Uber?
Zarius.
I liked him.
I'm sure you did. All right, now we're back into the fucking bar.
He's like,
Did he
after
come
an
in?
hour and a half detour, can I get back with my story?
And you are
Oh,
dropped.
fuck.
You two are dropped right into, precariously enough, into right here. And for a split second, Vilgax, you can actually see this tiefling like pop in with them and then pop out. And here you guys are. Gorquill, you have the satchel orb with you.
Do I recognize this thing and all?
Actually, sorry, you don't actually. Like it's legitimately a black tiefling with red robes. The satchel's at your side, Gorquill.
I thought it was purple.
Purplish dark. What color did I say?
I don't know. He looked purple in the picture. That's
Yeah,
what
he's
I
like
assumed.
purple. He's like a dark purple with red robes.
Was he like Steve purple or like dark?
You know what,
A little
Gora?
darker, but close.
Maybe he's just a different
Very
color
close.
to everybody, depending on. Maybe he's a fucking moon ring dragon.
Yeah, he's
Tiefling.
very
I've only
close.
seen like literally 2 tieflings in my life, and that was the second one. So I
Yeah.
could only assume.
Yeah, he was very close color.
I'm thinking that is
Steve.
probably my friend's brother, besides the red guy that we saw earlier, which I also thought was weird.
Right. So you have your satchel at the side, but you seem a little like you feel a little lighter now that you're back in the ethereal plane or material plane.
Oh, you pooped yourself.
But
They don't
you're
have
here.
bathrooms in the ethereal plane.
You all are here. Everyone's cleaning up currently. Like the party seems to be mostly over. Everyone's kind of cleaning up all the damage, the chairs that got pushed around and everything. But you all are here.
Do I still have the orb?
You go to check your pouch.
Uh-huh.
And it is gone.
Oh, thank God, it's no longer my problem.
Great. Tiefling pickpocketed you and drugged you.
I'm not asking any questions at this point. I don't care. I physically don't care. As long as it's not in my possession and I'm not in the material plane, I don't care what kind of doomsday device that could be. I'm here for it. The apocalypse is coming anyway. I don't give a shit. Anyway, so then I go to the bar. I find that it's not there. There's a smile on my face. I look at Yoder and Vilgax and never trust Vilgax again at this point in my life.
Oh, wow.
So that's going to be detrimental to my relationship with that. And then I ask for the
Yeah, we had such a good
tallest
one
glass.
before.
Hey, we were working on it, and then you dumped my ass in the ethereal plane. Shove a stick up your ass, Vagina X. I needed a lot of tequila.
Grim feels similar. He starts taking shots at the bar.
So the bartenders, like while trying to clean up, like as you can tell, like everybody's just like cleaning up at this point. Like the party's over, but the bartenders just slap down a whole bottle of tequila for you, Gorquill, and whatever you wanted, Grim. They get the whole bottle and they just go back to like cleaning shit up. And they're just like, they look at you kind of like with this, what the fuck, whatever. Y'all are paying for this anyway, and then that gives you the bottles.
So then I take the bottle and I walk out of that place because I'm just tired of everybody at this point. And I go into. We don't have rooms here, right?
We got a thing.
You did get
the
like
old busted tavern.
Oh, busted hotness.
no,
But yeah, that's far away.
That was back on the other
You
island.
guys, that was on the other end. Here, you guys just kind of have like a, well,
I make my little house, imaginary house thing. I climb
Okay.
up the ladder up into it.
Does Gora
Nice.
walk by us walking out of the tavern?
yes, well, depending what door, what door did you walk out of, Gora? Back,
I don't
front?
know. I was like at the bar, and my intention was just to keep going the way we came in.
Okay. Where are you guys sitting, Yoder and Vilgax? You guys be on like the stage still, or are you?
No, we
the
were
bar?
outside talking away from people.
Oh yeah. So as soon as you walk out the door, Quill, you do see like off in the distance to your right a little bit, Vilgax and Yoder kind of like talking. You guys do hear like a door swing open to the front and see Gora Quill there.
I'm just gonna keep walking into like a field or whatever, make my little house, go up in there with my tequila, and then go, hey, you still looking for a quote unquote companion? And flip the bottle.
Who are you saying that to?
I'm saying it out loud in the middle of my little empty house thing.
Oh,
I'm just saying it out loud.
Yeah, I got you.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Bark, bark.
Do I get a response?
No response.
Thank God. And then I'm just gonna keep drinking.
So,
I say to you,
oh,
is
yeah,
that-
go ahead.
That Gorquill? Wait a minute. How'd they get back?
Well, from what my eyes can tell, it's the real thing. Looks like they made it back. That was faster
About
than
my
I
Uber.
That's faster than I expected.
Yeah, that's surprising.
It's a different energy signature than the one we found in the library. I don't think we have to worry about that for the moment.
Well, at least they won't starve to death in a foreign world, I suppose. We should probably check to see if he still has the orb, shouldn't we?
I mean, once he closes the door to the tiny hut, I don't think there's any way to get into it.
We're probably just going to have a secondary big bad now that has the orb and can teleport in and out of reality.
Because, like, Lehman's tiny hut, I think, is technically like a pocket dimension or something, like game-wise.
And he can basically just make so nobody else is allowed in except for himself. So I'm assuming that's what Gorquill did.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
I
Gorquill is
figured
in
if
his.
I was gonna go crazy, I was gonna be by myself.
That's fair.
Like, you're hearing
you
all
guys-
these voices.
We'll see him in the morning.
Yoder, you have like
Voices in your head are normal.
oh,
They
yeah.
tell you to do things all the time.
Yoder, you do have your own like living quarters, like in your office / behind you,
Yeah.
like you can live on campus. Vilgax and Grim, you do have beds set up currently in the infirmary.
This is why we can't have nice things, guys. One night,
Gorquill,
we're just
you
trying to
are-
have a party and a couple of drinks to make it 5 minutes.
So it is now like early-ish evening. You're probably looking at like Gorquill. You're going to drink and do your thing in your tiny hut. Yoder, what are the rest of you doing? Party is over. Everyone has gone back, left the bar. The bar is picked up. Amicus actually just like looked at all you as you out there and just like kept walking towards his fucking office, shaking his head. Velo disappeared completely out of existence.
That's
and the
good.
rest of the staff are all going back to their living quarters as well.
He is safe.
Yeah, Yoder's just gonna go back to his office.
Okay.
Like, I'll call it a night. It's been a day. It's been a whole week.
There's been a lot of things and a lot of ins and outs and some flopping around.
Is Villamachus still here while they're cleaning up, or is his token just still there?
His token's still there. He's gone.
Okay. All right, I guess Grim's just going to go and stumble drunkenly to bed.
All right,
Disappointed.
going back to the infirmary.
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk back, get checked in with the nurses so they know that you're there.
And your clothes are just fucking shredded, like you got blown the
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
up. And they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
And then, they ask you, like, what happened, and you just kind of give them a, ugh. Go
You
back
got
and pass
another one of
out.
them golden showers, lady?
And Vilgax, what are you doing?
Well, I'll look over at Yoder. Are you still here or did you already leave?
Unless I was gonna go back to my office. Unless
Yeah,
had
you
something
went.
else.
Yeah, you went back to
Okay.
your office. But before he leaves, you can say whatever you need to.
Oh, I'll just look over at Yoder then and go, well, for tonight, I don't think any more good's going to come out of anything. So I'm going to walk back in there,
Mm-hmm.
tip the bartenders a hell of a tip,
Okay.
get a bottle for bed, wander about
do
the
so?
campus for a bit, and then try and find a place to sleep.
Just outside, or just?
Just somewhere, yeah, that looks like I won't like die of exposure.
Okay.
Most of the buildings should probably be empty.
Yeah, most of the buildings would be empty. You could pop into pretty much any of them, any of the course halls or anything, and probably not find really anybody, and just pass out on a bench or a
Yeah.
couch.
Hobo style.
All right. So everybody goes to sleep where they
Yoder's
are.
gonna. So a while back,
Mhm.
last time, I got a book from someone
Yep.
on runes that had
Mhm.
a note in it. I'm just gonna investigate that book because I haven't had a chance to do that yet.
All right. You do so. What are you looking for? Anything specific? Or you're just looking at it?
I'm just gonna read it because I have someone who I don't know, as far as I know, gave me the book and it had a note in it saying,
Mhm.
"Hope this helps." So I guess I'll just read the book.
All right. You do stay up reading the book. The book is filled with a lot of it you don't understand. It looks like it's kind of in a different language that you don't know.
Hmm.
Oh, did anybody get those things that can read any fucking language ever? That was one of the items.
I don't think anybody grabbed those, actually.
I think I do have. What is it? My channel divinity. If I still have a charge for that.
I think, yeah, that one does. I can't remember which one you got. I know one of them.
Because I do have knowledge domain.
Yep.
Where is it? Knowledge of the ages. You can use channel divinity to gain proficiency or skill. Oh, that's skill. Okay. I'll double check. Let me see. Is there any other than that? Is there anything in the book that seems to make sense at all?
Some of it, there's like a couple pages, like kind of where the note was tucked in that explain that. Oddly enough, so it explains that there's runes that exist with extreme power. There are temples that exist to house those runes. Okay.
Does it explain that if you destroy one, it explodes like a nuclear bomb?
No, it does not, because no one would be stupid enough to blow one of those up, right?
That's never happened.
So like in the book kind of like seems old on the cover, but the pages kind of seem new, which is weird. But it does, the few pages that you can read towards the back it does explain that runes exist here. They're powerful runes. Some say they're connected to the gods. Others, researchers say that they're connected to betrayers, if you will. There isn't a whole lot of knowledge on them other than that in here that you can read currently.
And the other two pages are index and contents.
Right. but you do, like, it gives you an explanation kind of that they exist. They're convinced, these people that wrote this book are convinced that they are there and they exist and they are powerful enough to change the world, or a multiverse, or a heaven, or a hell.
Interesting.
Oh, we should go to those, get the full supernatural treatment.
Is it?
We get a Castiel.
The book doesn't happen to be in any of the languages that I do understand, though. The many.
Which ones do you have again? Remind me.
I have Celestial, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Orc, and Primordial, and Common.
Damn, you can speak a lot. So there are a few pages of Celestial. These ones are explaining that there are gods that are in search of said runes to change their existence, if you will, or protect their existence. It
Man,
explains that it could help a war. It could help with protecting what each god covets. And nice. And but at the very, very end of that, it says, but much more research is needed. And we've lost our will to keep going here. And that's it for the end of that page.
Interesting.
And that's all in Celestial. Other than that, no, all the other ones you actually can't.
Lazy ass angels.
okay.
Don't be hating on my story there, Grim. Fucking
It's the
bitch.
angels' fault. They lost the will.
It files in the back of his head. Some of that sounds familiar, but he is not sure why, and goes to sleep.
Everything just keeps talking to us in our brains. Maybe we should just get rid of our brains.
That would help. Nothing would ever talk to our brains again.
At least not in our heads. Just what?
Or is it? Does he just have? Is like he's got a skeletal hand? Does he have a brain too, or not have a brain?
Well, that's questionable.
So you guys go to sleep. You guys can all have a long rest. Hold on a second. Before you do that,
Oh.
Grim, as you pass out in the infirmary, you start to toss and turn, and you start seeing a vision of darkness. It's you floating in pure darkness. And as you call out to see what's there, who's there, what's going on, your voice just echoes. What do you do?
Try to wake up because I feel like this seems like it's just a dream.
You try to pinch yourself awake, but the darkness doesn't subside.
Well, I mean, I have no idea what's going on. I have if I'm just sitting there floating and all my voice echoes back at me, what can I even do?
You look down at your hand.
Which one?
And they're both the same. They're both flesh.
Shit. Now you're a real boy, Pinocchio Grim.
And at that moment,
Grimocchio.
and at that moment, you look up and you see Dak your old commander turned around with his back to you.
You should fight him.
I try to call out to him, Commander Dak.
And as he starts to turn around, all of a sudden, you get a "Hurrah!" in your face, and you see for a split second an undead Dak, flesh starting to rot. Starting to rot. And as he like yells and screams at you, you wake up and you are sweating profusely in the bed in the infirmary.
I check to see if my hand is flesh again, just like the dream.
And it is skeletal.
I get up and go for a walk to ponder my dream and what it could mean.
Oh, quick, Gora, get him. He's pondering something. We don't stand for that.
Yeah, so you are currently in the infirmary, sweating. You kind of stir, go back to sleep. You all can take a long rest.
My rest is so long.
Got all my spell slots back.
You're so slotty now.
I'm not exhausted anymore, Ray.
I'm as slotted as a spoon.
With that, you guys all wake up. Vilgax, you wake up on a couch inside the cafe that you found yourself wandering into. Still nobody's around. It's
The cafe where we got assaulted by dishes?
Yep, that one.
That was a dumb choice.
Grim, you wake up in the infirmary with remembering you do very vividly remember your terror, if you will, from last night. Yoder, you wake up in your quarters with your endless cup of coffee next to you, with an open bottle of frickin' scotch that you don't remember being there, and your book is like half open, like hanging off the bed. Gorquill, you wake up in your tiny hut. What would you all like to do now? Just like that.
Okay. Putting it in all my notes and summary stuff. Well, when I get up and see that I'm in the cafeteria where we got like ambushed, I'm gonna like grab my bottle, take a little nip of the, or what do they call it, hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog.
Let's look around and go, hey, Chip, Mother Teapot, y'all gonna fuck me up again or what? And I'm gonna walk out of the door and back towards the campus and like Yoder's office area.
Okay, you do so. You get to Yoder's office, which you know where it is, and he is. Yoder, are you there? You hear,
Yeah.
you hear a knock on your door.
Probably still cleaning myself up, and I'm like, okay. I answered the door. Hopefully, I'm dressed. Yeah, I'm dressed. Okay, answer the door. Vilgax. What time is it?
Too
you guys went to bed
fucking
early.
late. Too late to let Romex be running around. Too late for us to be sleeping in and going to some bullshit event when nothing's really over. But not early enough for us to give up. So let's get everybody together. Let's go.
Oh, all right. Give me a minute. Just let me.
I remember being the only person who said we should postpone the party.
What?
I remember being the only person who said we should postpone the party, but sounds like you're not too happy about the party now.
Yeah, because you fucking destroyed it because you didn't get your way, you whiny child. I'm the only person who didn't want the party. Fuck it, I'm gonna blow up the party.
It's not at all what happened.
That's pretty much what happened. It might not have been what you wanted to happen, but that's what happened.
No, you just took complete control of the situation and dropped us off in an ethereal plane that took an hour.
That was already after you blew up the fucking party, dude.
I didn't blow up shit. I grabbed a bag.
So you all went to the infirmary, found Grim, started arguing about what happened last night. I can't remember. They can't see the hut, can they? I didn't think so. So you guys are walking.
Did we see where he went in though?
I don't remember if you can see
Like-
anything as far as that goes. I think as soon as it like shuts the door, it's like basically invisible.
But we saw him open the door, right?
But Vilgax would be able to see with true sight.
I think what
Yeah,
Yoder's saying is just the hut stays wherever you put it. If we saw him like just like disappear from like
Oh
the
yeah,
quad
yeah.
or whatever.
Oh, there's nothing there currently where I was yesterday.
Okay.
So you guys walk back trying to find Goraquil and go to that, and you start yelling up to that spot where he walked in, but with no response from him.
Okay. I want to try my new finder's goggles and use locate creature on
Yeah.
Gora.
Make sure. What's the feat on that?
Describe or name a creature that's familiar to you. You sense the direction, creature's location within 1,000 feet, and if it's moving.
Let's see, how far is 1,000 feet?
Less than a third of a mile.
Okay, so at that point, oh yeah, okay. So with those finder's goggles, you get the. Got it. You don't get any ping from Goraquil, but okay. You look up Yoder, and a pigeon is flying with a letter.
I watch the pit. Does it come to land near us?
And it comes to land right at your feet, and then poofs out of existence, and there's a letter at your feet.
I bend over and pick it up, and then read the letter.
And this is what it says. Oh,
Does it
whoops.
hurt when the pigeon disappears? Does it just like feel pain, or is it just
You can't really tell.
one of those great mysteries?
Does it go squawk? Or is it very gentle?
So you read the letter, and that's what it says.
Ominous. Okay. Is it just in common, or is it?
Yep, in common.
Okay. I tuck it into my back pocket and act like nothing happened.
Okay. You take the letter, fold it up, put it in your back pocket.
We should find Goraquil. I wonder where he went.
The three of you are standing in the middle.
Sounding more and more sus every day, Yoder.
Grimmelberg just says, well, I think we should just go to the War College. He'll find us if he wants to.
Go where?
The War College?
Oh, the war camp. I got you.
Oh, yeah.
So right now you guys are currently standing in the middle of campus next to this where you saw him go in next to that the bar. And that's what you guys want to do? You guys want to pack up your things and go to the war camp? Or is there anything else you want to do before you leave?
I mean, not particularly.
Okay.
Like character wise.
I'm not sure where I would start looking for Goraquil, so I suppose, I just go along with it.
I want to try and I don't know how this works from my end, but I'm assuming I have like some sort of connection to my patron,
Certainly do.
whether it's like in my head or something, but like try and contact my patron.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. um, with that, it's not necessarily a prayer, but I can't think of a better way to say it. But you kind of freely talk in between you and Astra with your book. Like you can kind of like your book is kind of your communicator as well. So you kind of those words that nobody when you call some of your magic, like with Hadar and all those words, you start muttering this, and I don't know if you meant to, but she does grab you and the other two, and brings you to. Sorry, Yoder is with you. Grim, you kind of see them pop out of existence and are gone. And now you're standing alone in the middle of campus, and Vilgax and Yoder, you are back in a familiar place. With the orb, or sorry, the ball of purple energy in front of you floating.
Mistress Astra, I beg of you, we have completed a big part of the task. And then just for like RP purposes, I'll like hold out some of like Mergaxor's ashes.
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, I'm certain you can sense what that energy is.
I
I
certainly
hope your
can.
patron wants the orb and you no longer have it.
I see one threat down, but many more there, and number one is still running around with my book.
Yes, and that is where currently we're at an impasse.
Understood.
This makeshift alliance is faltering, if not already failing. And from here, we are unclear what we should pursue. The last time seen here, and the last place seen here, was Romax's whereabouts. But you know even better than I, he does not stay somewhere waiting to be found.
I trust that you'll make the right decisions. You'll find him.
Yet everywhere we turn, it seems everything allies against us. When we try...
Maybe you need to find the missing link to your party. I notice there's only two of you here now. I know
Hey, Brandon!
I'm assuming I still couldn't grab the other one. Still don't understand why. But you're missing one.
Seem to be everybody has their secrets that they don't want to share. And I'm gonna just glance over at Yoder where he pocketed the little letter.
I don't know what you're talking about. Gorquil, I don't know why any of you guys came to these islands. Well, I guess I know why you came, Vilgax and Grimmelberg. We kind of understand what his whole deal is now. I'm not sure what Gorquil is still looking for, but maybe things will be easier once everyone has some of their issues resolved.
Well, I only have one issue that remains. The only singular thing I've been focused on this entire time. And yet here I sit, exposed in my true nature of teleportation, exposed again as one of the only shapeshifters in existence. And what have y'all given me? besides more secrets?
Well,
Vilgax, the universe is filled with secrets. You've chosen, or let me rephrase, the universe has chosen these people for you. Maybe. God damn it.
Well, does this like take place in real time or is this like split second?
What's that?
Like when
this
we're
right
in
here?
here.
This is outside of the plane of existence and material, so like essentially time doesn't really exist here. So it's like a split second in real time.
Okay, so we'll be back before Grim runs away.
Yeah. I'll take care of that. But so what she's explaining to you is that these people are chosen from you. The universe chose to bring these people to you. Bring them together and figure their shit out. She looks at like you can't really. She doesn't actually look, but it's like the energy force is kind of like turns towards you, Yoder. You're trustworthy. I've seen things that you can do.
Ooh, she watches you at night.
Your whole party is supposed. You're supposed to. Let me take it this way. I chose him because he's powerful, but he certainly can't do this alone. For whatever reason, the universe has brought you all together. Now, evaluate if you are good enough or if you need another member. Or a different member.
That's what I'm saying, man. We should go recruiting. So I was trying to find Chet.
No, I've been trying to go to the war camp to, get a bunch of soldiers for a long time. It was like plan A, and then I had a plan B of, hey, let's lay a trap for Romex. Make him think that you're his fucking homie. And that plan was bad. We'd rather have a party. And then I don't know. Here we are.
Evaluate what you have, what you might need. I don't have all the answers for you. That's why I sent you to the material plane to help me find those answers as well. You know the target, but don't forget about the rest of them, Vilgax. You have a what's the word I'm looking for? You have a mission, but so does everybody else. Work as a team instead of 4 individuals. I don't know. You're the only 2 here that I can speak to, but that's my advice. Obviously, Romex is getting stronger every day. Maybe find a new glue that can hold your entire group together.
Yeah, get a clue.
Get a clue. Magic super glue, exactly. Now, is there anything else I can do? Do you have any other questions?
No, I will attempt to do as you ask. As always.
All right, and with that, she snaps you back into reality, exactly where you were before, just as Grim has taken 3 steps like towards the south. You kind of like in your periphery, like you see like a flash of light behind you, Grim.
I ignore it and just keep walking.
Yoder catches up with Grim.
Vilgax?
Where you heading, buddy?
I'm off to the war camp because I think we need more soldiers because this other guy is even worse than the one we just fought, and we barely came out of that alive, and nobody wants to make a plan to fucking attack him or make a trap for him or do anything. Everyone just wants to I don't fucking know. Disappear into other realms and drop me into other realms and ponder fucking orbs. We need a plan of attack.
I would agree with you, Grim.
And what is your plan of attack? I was showing you maybe a tenth of what his power is. You go up to hit him, he blinks you out of existence. How do you fight that? What is your opposition?
Well, I mean, rather than just say, no, your plan's bad, how about you come up with a plan? Because we need a plan.
Do you think a bunch of people with sticks and stones are going to be the ones to help us?
Well, sticks and stones control most of the world. Magic just has some part in that.
Yoder, is this what you think as well? Abandon your school for the time being and go on elsewhere.
It seems like this Romix character.
Oh, you cut out.
Yeah, I just have a dog.
Yep.
Oh wait, now he's back.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like Romex is a pretty nasty character, and I think we either need to help Goraquil find whoever he's looking for, or we need to gather power somehow if we need to go up against him.
Well, that might be easier if Goraquil were even here. We have to find Goraquil before we can find the person Goraquil's looking for. Or find the person before Gora finds them.
Yes, I would think we need Goraquil here. And when I say that, then I cast Sending to send out a message to Goraquil and ask him if are you still alive? Where are you? Come meet us at the War College.
Is there a distance on that? I don't remember.
That's the wrong spell. Unlimited area.
Ooh.
As long as
Just
I know-
like Gora wants, more people yelling at his fucking head. It's like, I had enough of this shit.
Goraquil, you do receive a message that says that in your head that you can hear that it is Yoder. You can respond if you'd like.
Okay.
Is that the
Okay.
whole response?
What? Oh no, I'm typing it out. I'm
Yeah.
typing it out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you hear this message inside your head that is is Yoder's voice, seemingly out of nowhere. And
but at least it's familiar.
but it is a familiar voice, and as the message stops, you respond.
You know, with all this crazy magic flying around, I would imagine disguising yourself as somebody's voice is probably the easiest thing any of these fuckers can do.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I suppose that, yeah.
Okay. So
Well-
you hear that message back in your head, Yoder.
Okay. Well, it seems like Goraquil is doing his own thing. I'm not sure. He didn't tell me where he is. But
Yeah.
yeah, it seems like Goraquil wants to vibe out on his own right now. So I guess we'll just go on without him for the moment.
Well, we did for a quarter of the session today, I guess.
What are you three doing now?
Well, Yoder, do you need to notify Amicus of your leave of absence?
For right now, for today, probably not. I think I don't think there's any classes going on today, and it's been so chaotic around here. Yeah, I'll talk to him later. He'll probably be fine. He knows how to find me.
Well, Grim, you want to take the lead and make the plan? Let's see what happens. And I'm just going to motion for lead the way.
And as the three of you walk to the edge of campus, to the front gates, as you got, well, sorry, you guys did pack up all your belongings. You got everything you needed. You all got everything you needed. And as you walk out to the front of the gates, about 100 yards away, there's a humanoid figure leaned up against the front gate. Looks like they're eating a sandwich and flipping a coin. And as you guys approach, we will pick up there next time we play.
Ooh.
Aragorn never had a sandwich.
But how do you know? You meet him at a pub, which is a bar and grill.
It's true. All right. Interesting, very interesting session, everybody. Loved it personally. It was great for me.